What is it, Stuttering John?
Our good friend Ian is on the phone.
Oh, Ian?
After several beers.
I'll entertain him for 3 seconds. Ian, been drinking this morning?
Yeah. Is it going to be 3 seconds?
How do you,
Why do you only call us like this when you're drinking?
Yeah, why can't you call us when you're not drinking?
Because when I do drink, I have no interest in what you're saying. None of it.
Oh, but when you're sober, you're interested completely and you can't get to the phone.
Let me give you an example, Robin.
Robin.
Name sounds like a period.
Robin.
When Howard came down from Albany, and he said, I don't understand why I did not even go to, the Republican, party and everything, because I'm a Democrat. And I have no, I have nothing to do with it, right? But you were a featured person in the Republican, inauguration, weren't you?
He never said he was a Democrat.
I never said I was a Democrat or a Republican.
But weren't you a featured person in that?
No, I was asked to sit on the stage of a man that I backed for governor. When he was down 20 points in the polls, when no one was standing at his side, I put my ass on the line.
But on the way back, you were saying, I don't even know why I did it because I'm a Democrat.
No, I never said that.
You forgot that?
No, I never said I did it because I'm a Democrat, because I'm not a Democrat.
Okay.
I'm not a Republican.
Okay, your father never screamed at you, like when you wrote in your book, which I never bought, I never read.
So how did you...
But I heard from you. Okay,
go ahead, right, sure.
Your father yelled at you, what should we as Democrats do for, like, President Kennedy? No.
What he said was, my father said, if my father said, I don't even know what my father said to you.
Why does the president want a Democratic Congress?
Right. It had nothing to do with we as Democrats.
No, but I heard you saying that Newt Gingrich is your guy. And I'm saying to myself, God, something happened to Howard.
Newt Gingrich is getting...
I don't understand what happened to Howard.
You don't listen to the answer.
Of course you don't understand.
Of course you don't. You're drunk. You're drunk at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
How could you understand anything?
Okay.
That's the answer.
Hey, Howard, Ian also thinks that he's helping the ratings by being on the air. He's responsible for the ratings.
No, all the Mexicans are leaving my ratings.
Yeah, do you think you did what's in Los Angeles?
I'll tell you, something? I'm so burned up about Los Angeles. I'll tell you how it works. In Los Angeles, we didn't lose any ratings. It's a total joke. We're still number one there. I know we're number one there, and I know it deep in my heart we're number one there. According to the Los Angeles ratings, everybody, not all of my listeners, but some of my listeners, a full 1 point of my listeners, went and started listening to a Spanish radio station. This is absolutely patently absurd.
Spanish radio station? What are you talking about?
Oh, boy.
Aren't you proud of yourself? You have to compare yourself to some Spanish radio station?
All right. You know what? You are whacked. You are wackier than any person.
How many decisions do you make while you're in this state? Because you don't understand anything.
No, he's
I don't understand your business, okay? I'll admit that. I'll admit that. But I do understand my business.
Yeah, okay? Which is what? Being a drunk.
No.
Your business is taking a glass, filling it up with beer, and drinking it.
You got that down.
No.
Yes.
You're totally wrong.
No, I'm totally right.
Listen, you think of yourself.
First, you said that I was. First of all, you asked me about Newt Gingrich.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you the answer.
You love him.
I like what he says. I like what he says about government.
When he said, when we're reaching out to you and you pull out your hand, and if I don't see your hand, I'm not going to pull you out because you're drowning.
What?
Right?
No, here's what I say. Okay? All right. If you wanted me to say it, I'll say it. If you don't want to give me a chance...
Go ahead.
All right. A lot of people are focusing in on Newt Gingrich's, with his wife and the divorce.
Did you see his first wife?
Yes.
That he married in high school?
Yes.
When he was 16 years old?
She looks like she's 100 years old.
She was a piece of, whatever. I don't want to say that word.
A piece of what? A crap?
No, she was a beautiful woman.
She was a beautiful woman.
At that time.
Right.
Today, when you see her, she looks like a piece of crap.
And what are you saying, Ian?
So what are you saying?
Well, at that time when he was 16 and she was 25 and she was his math teacher, I would have married her too.
And you would have divorced her?
You
of course. Exactly.
Right, okay. So you understand.
Exactly.
All right. So listen, listen. I don't, listen, the guy...
I can't figure out, Ian, are you a Republican?
I don't know what he is.
I'm totally a Republican.
So why are you upset that Howard's supporting Newt Gingrich?
I'm not upset about it. I'm upset about Howard all of a sudden supporting Howard.
I have to all of a sudden...
all of a sudden...
Oh, I see. You were there from the beginning.
Because, no, you always supported Clinton. You
I
always
still support
his
Clinton.
Wife. You
I
always
still
stood
support
behind her.
Oh, I still support Clinton.
Why?
Because I think he's a good president.
Oh, come on.
I think he's doing a good job. What do you mean? Oh, so tell me what's wrong with him. Tell me what he's done wrong.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
I will start with little stupid things that happened when he was a student in 1960s.
Look at this. Now, don't argue with him. Let him talk.
When he was like in Oxford.
Listen to this. He's going to talk about... This is what...
Right?
You know what? Ian represents the American people. They talk about... They analyze a president based on People magazine. They don't analyze him if he's doing anything. He's going to tell you about college. Listen to him.
Like, you remember this Ivan Reitman? The guy that you...
Now he's talking about a film producer.
Like, he's a very special person.
Yes, I know Ivan Reitman.
Right. Okay? And he was one of the people in that Czech Republic. Not Russia.
Do you believe this? Do you believe the idiocy of people?
Remember those
I see a lot of people. Like, I'm reading a column today.
Do you remember that?
Wait a second. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Now, I was reading a column today by Dennis Miller. I mean, not by Dennis Miller, about
the guy who did that, the one flew over cuckoo's nest.
All right, you're asking about the...
So there were good people who did something, but yet they would have never been able to do what they did if their families...
Anyway, what I'm saying is, I'm reading a newspaper article today, and they're interviewing Dennis Miller, and they say, what do you think of President Clinton? Now he's become some sort of political analyst, because he's a comedian. And he says, oh, Clinton, worst president there ever was. I said, well, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to read why he's the worst president. And here, wait, I'll get the quote. Here's what he said. He says...
Oh, you got to say something to Ian.
Okay, Ian. Well, there you got me on that. You got to say.
No, but honestly, you know, when those guys needed to go to school, when they were like 18 or 19...
He's back on the school again. Clinton in school. Can't tell you why he doesn't like somebody.
They did not have the family.
But he's no different than anybody else. They all hate Clinton, but they don't know why. They just because they read in the paper, they're supposed to hate Clinton. Everyone hates the president the day he gets into office. Oh, there's a second. I'll give you. You got to hear the brain surgeon, Dennis Miller. He's a real brilliant.
Imagine out of 14 or 15 million.
Oh, listen to this guy. Can you imagine? No wonder his wife left him and he drinks. He's boring.
And then when they did...
He doesn't stop. No, he doesn't stop talking. He'll keep talking. Ivan Reitman. Hey, you hear that? Ivan Reitman.
Again, Ivan.
You know, when they did actually make it through their stupid communist families,
Can you imagine?
They stood behind them, and that was the only reason why they made it.
This guy's sitting and drinking
and
analyzing the world.
I wish I could find this Dennis Miller thing. Give me the post, will you?
For what? For what?
For what? For what?
Well, you know.
Right.
I swear, what do you see in the guy like that?
Right. You convinced me. What can I say? Okay, so here's Dennis Miller. He says the following. I wish I could find it. It's so great. Ian, you got less friends than I do. Oh, here he is.
You got it now? Because I just found it.
Miller on president. He's the worst. Okay, so there you go. Clinton is the worst president in my lifetime. This is Dennis Miller. And the least likable, says Miller, who's back for return engagement tonight at 9 o'clock on TV.
What are you reading?
Shut up already. For 2 seconds. You just talked for an hour. You did a monologue. He goes, listen to this, Dennis Miller. 2 years from now, there's a good chance we'll dislike him even more. He doesn't grow on you. So what does Bill Clinton do that Dennis Miller, hates him so much? Miller says he's disappointed in President Clinton. The chasm between what he could be and what he is just too great, says Miller. He's bright enough and smart enough that I thought he'd be better. Oh, they asked him, what don't you like about him?
Specifically, what
is the problem, Dennis? You know what?
He's not doing that you would have him do.
Dennis doesn't read the newspaper. He wouldn't know anything.
Howard, everything that you just read makes you even bigger than you are. And I don't think that you even understand how important you are, okay? when, like, for example, that election, you know, in New Jersey was going on, okay, and then this Christy Whitman won, okay, all you said was, whoever calls me first, that's who I'm going to support. You remember that?
Okay, listen, I got to go, Ian,
okay,
all right?
It just happened that you supported her.
Yeah, it just happened, huh? Okay, listen, I got to go, okay? I can't take you. You don't make a point. You have no point to make whatsoever. You sit, you drink, your family leaves you.
Come on.
Come on, you know the truth.
You know better than that.
You ramble and ramble and ramble and never make a point.
You can accuse me of anything that you want to, okay?
You're a foreign twerp.
Okay.
You should go back to his homeland. You should go back to your homeland.
He can't. They can't stand him.
Oh.
Right. They wouldn't take me. They wouldn't like me.
Like his family, they threw him out.
Right, exactly.
Exactly. So, all right, go ahead. What are we drinking this morning? What kind of beer you got?
Coors.
Coors is #1 beer.
Very
Absolutely.
good American beer.
Good beer. How many have you had so far?
Very few.
Just a couple?
Because I was on the naltrexone. I've been going for a treatment.
Oh, you getting some medication again?
Yeah. I'm trying to get rid of, the drinking problem.
So you were taking a medication to stop drinking?
Yeah.
You just can't stop drinking. You got to take a medication.
No, don't start with that.
I see. So in other words, instead of just stopping drinking, you're going to get yourself addicted to some drug so that you can stop drinking.
That's why I'm not taking it, okay? When they give it to me,
what kind of pill could they give you?
I think that's the drug. When you take it, you can't get drunk.
Right.
Well, let me tell you something. The first day I took it, okay?
You defeated the drug.
No, let me describe to you what it's really like.
All right.
Okay? The first day I took that drug, it's called naltrexone.
Whatever.
Okay? Whatever it's called. Nobody cares, right? Okay, but the first day I took it, I had a very weird experience. It was like, I was like drunk, but I wasn't. I was drunk in my thoughts, but,
Well, you're drunk in your thoughts a lot, I bet.
Well, whatever.
All right.
Okay? But it took about 3 or 4 days. After that,
all right, listen, I got to go.
Difference.
All right, very good. Okay.
Everything was the same like before.
I see.
He drank
and he continued to drink while taking this medicine.
Exactly.
Hey, Ian, why don't you come down here? I'll put you in the laughing stock and tickle you. Let's get into some tickling.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why you want to have that.
Well, come down here and experience it.
Come here, you might like it.
Robin,
what I'll do is I'll get you down to your underpants, and I'll tickle you. I'll tie you up and tickle you.
Underpants and
bra. But
bra.
Howard, why do you want to have that? Do you have some kind of latent homosexual tendency?
Yeah, I'm as gay as they come. I'm real gay for you. When I hear your voice, I want to have sex with you. I want to bend you over a chair and have some sex with you.
Oh, I think you're softening him up.
No, it's very, very latent, right?
You drink a couple more beers and come down here.
Don't you have like 3 children?
Yeah, 3 children.
To do with anything.
That's right.
Gay
people have children.
Yeah, right.
And you're never going to find another gay man. All right, I got to go. You're using curse words. Go ahead, go back to
come on. When I was...
Now he's got to convince you that he's straight.
Yeah.
I may be drunk, but I'm not queer.
That guy's a trip. I could listen to that all day.
He's so funny. He's taking a drug so that he's not supposed to drink, but he's drinking with the drug.
John, come here. I want to yell at you before I talk about my governor thing. I got to correct you on something. I keep, Stuttering John put out a CD.
Could you yell at this other guy first?
Who is it?
That madman guy.
What madman?
Ian?
The Russian.
Oh, Ian?
He's been drinking.
Yeah.
Ian, you've been drinking? Hello?
Of course.
Oh, you haven't?
Would I ever call you if I wasn't?
How sad are you that you drink at 6, here in New York, it's 6:21?
Well, I am in New York, and I also look at the watch, and I also see 6:21.
Yeah, and how sad is it that you drink at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Well, how did I survive for 42 years?
Survive what?
Still be alive.
What is it survive? I'm surviving. I haven't had a drink.
42 is not a long time.
Well, it took me...
You're older than 42.
In our country, in our United States, okay, I was here since 1977.
Yeah, but you say you survived. I think you barely have survived.
Well, barely.
Your brain is pickled.
Well, it's the way you look at it.
No, it's the way everyone looks at it. You don't make sense.
You're the only one who doesn't see it that way.
You're the only one who doesn't make sense. We all make sense.
Listen, I'm not going to listen to your opinion thinking that your opinion is the best of all, okay?
You give stupid people a bad name.
Right, okay.
You know that.
Okay, I accept that.
All right, good.
But on the other hand, if and when I ever had, people working for me, being like Gary, okay?
Right.
And you, in front of, thousands of people.
Thousands.
Tell him that, some girl or woman, Kathy, is going to become his boss, but he's still going to open the mail, but, after that, he's nobody, right?
Ian,
What is Ian's problem?
Ian is upset with what you did to Gary.
Ian, can you do me a big favor?
Yeah?
Don't help me.
Let me tell you
I don't
something.
want to help you. Listen,
I
that
don't
would be the last thing in the world I would ever want to do is to
Let me
help
understand
you.
this. You're telling me that you are drinking this morning and putting yourself into a stupor because you're upset about Gary?
Yeah.
You're upset
you want
about...
to convert that our conversation to some drinking or, what do you want to, let's
Don't
talk.
you think there's a sickness involved when you drink at 6
Howard,
in the morning?
Let's talk.
No, I'm not going to talk because I'm going to say something.
The way that you think that you can convert everybody or you
I'm not converting anyone. I just can't believe you're drinking at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so big deal.
Yeah, so big deal.
So some people can afford it.
Yeah, well, let me ask you something. What is it that troubles you so much that you need to drink at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Okay, you think that something has to trouble you so that you start drinking. I don't, okay?
Yeah.
To me, when I did start to drink, okay, when I was like, 16
All right,
or 17.
listen, I don't even care about your drinking.
Right.
I want to know why you're calling.
It doesn't matter.
Why are you calling? What is the problem today?
Okay, the problem is...
Yes, quickly.
I really hate
Now I had to hit the delay because you used the S word.
I hate it.
Hey, did you hear what I just said? I had to hit the delay because you used the S word.
I didn't say nothing.
Don't ruin my show. You did say the S word. You're so loaded, you don't even know you're using it.
Okay, so I did use it.
Yeah, so I'm going to hang up on you if you use it again.
On me, okay?
If you use profanity
so
again, I'm going to hang up on you.
So, Howard, you won, okay?
No. You won because you got me to hit the button. And you ruined my show.
Okay, so I screwed you up.
Yes. So if you screw me up again, I'm going to hang up on you.
Okay?
I'm going to hang up.
When you did that, okay?
When I did what?
When you were working for NBC, years and years ago, okay?
Yeah.
When you were kind of funny, but not as funny as, the rest of the station, at that time...
was funny?
Hey, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. When you call... Yeah, sure. When you call me up, and you want to sit and argue with me like a retard, a drunken retard, and you don't even complete
a sentence. You like that word, retard, right?
Because you are one. You're in the middle of a sentence about talking to me about my run for governor, and then you just forget it. You're so drunk. Listen to me. No.
Even express.
Okay.
Listen,
and I'm going to win, and I'm going to be the next governor. And I'm going to execute you.
Howard.
That's the first guy I'm executing is you.
Howard.
You drunk?
Admit it to the rest of the people. Admit it that your run for governor is
you're so
the most extreme joke that I've ever seen.
Well, coming from a drunk,
nothing more ridiculous.
Listen to me. Coming from a drunk, I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah, right. Take it as a reserve. Okay.
You have the attention span of Christy Brinkley,
but
and I'll tell you why.
when the time comes, okay, for you to reveal your financials and all of that, are you going to do it?
No.
Are you ready?
No, I will not.
To do it?
No, I won't.
Of course not.
So who's going to stop me?
And if I was you, I wouldn't do it either.
That's right. So then what are you worried about?
Well, because,
I don't have to do that.
The people who are, striving to become like the governors or presidents or whatever, they have to reveal that kind of information.
They reveal it because they don't have any money.
You never reveal that.
Of course not.
Right. So give it up. Just walk away from that.
Oh, shut up, you drunk.
Well, come on.
Let me tell you something.
What other choices do you have?
You don't know anything about it. You don't know anything about it.
Oh, I don't. So,
Listen, Robin,
come
I can't
out
take
and
this
run
guy.
on a libertarian party line.
I can't take this
Why
guy.
are you talking to him? The worst thing to do is try to argue with a drunk.
It drives me crazy.
Do it.
Because I have to get through to him.
Believing in some kind of a meditation.
He makes me crazy. Now he's on transcendental meditation. Let me go yell at him for that. That's how dare he bring up my thing. Hey, what did you say about meditation? You don't. The one thing you.
Well, that's what you were proclaiming like
the one thing you could use is meditation.
Right.
And you don't even look to raise yourself up from the gutter.
But did you forget about it when, like, when Clinton was about to become the president?
Forget about meditation?
You were talking about the candidate, some stupid candidate from
what is he doing?
I don't know.
Party.
I'm trying to understand.
I don't know what the party was. You know it. What the party was.
He's such a retard, this guy.
But I never heard of it. Right? This meditation business.
Oh, Libertarian Party.
Okay.
No, what are you talking about?
Oh, wait a minute. There was a transcendental meditation candidate.
Right. Oh, yeah, right.
That you supported.
Who said I supported it?
His mother did.
My mother did. You're so drunk you don't even know what you're listening to.
No. I remember it very
My mother
well.
supported it. I supported Clinton.
Right.
Retard.
Right. And you were talking against George Bush, how screwed up he was. And when I was telling you about, Tipper Gore.
Oh, all right. Listen.
Coming up, our ways.
I never had a political discussion with you.
You talking about you
know what this guy does? He sits and listens to the radio and talks to the radio.
He's talking to you.
And he thinks he's talking to me. He never had a discussion with me.
No.
You could keep him there for 20 minutes and he'll keep talking.
You remember that?
No, I'm not even talking to him. Do I remember that? Listen, let me tell you what happens to you, and I hope you understand this because you're such a drunk.
Well, try me.
Are you a drunk? Yes. Am I right?
Of course, yes.
Of course, okay. Listen to me. You sit by your radio and you listen and you think you're talking to me when you're not. Do you understand that? Do you understand how far gone you are?
Do I ever think that I was talking to you? I never cared about you. Never.
All right, okay. All right.
Cared about,
you're obsessed with me.
Okay, go ahead.
You're obsessed with me. You listen 24 hours a day. You think about me 24 hours a day.
No, come on.
And you call this radio station every 5 minutes.
And I dream of you like all these girls with the big chest are sitting there and waiting for Howard to become their savior.
Is that what you want to do? You want to come down here and take off your clothes?
No way.
You want to come in here naked?
Yeah. Why don't you ask me what I wear?
What do you wear?
Right?
Well, what do you wear? I asked you. Well, I asked you, what do you wear?
How big is my, little thing down there or something, right? I mean, that's all you know.
What are you drinking this morning? Let's talk about something you do know. What do you drink? Tell me what you're drinking this morning.
I'm not drinking anymore. Just milk.
What were you drinking? What were you drinking this morning?
Before that, I was drinking beer, and I was, smoking pot.
Now he's drinking milk. Ugh.
Oh, imagine his breath.
Or his stomach. What's going on in
disgusting,
there?
right.
What do you eat?
And you can use it against me if you want to, okay?
All right.
But the 9% that you got in that Harry's poll is kind of reflective of your,
Harry's
popularity. Isn't it?
What?
The 9% that you got in that Harry's poll.
Yeah, what about the 52% I got in the Prodigy
Yeah,
poll?
right, on the Prodigy.
Oh, that's funny. What percent did you get? What percent did you get? Let me see what you get when you run.
I would never run for a governor.
You will do nothing except drink and smoke pot all day. That is what you will do.
Maybe.
And listen to me and dream of being me.
I managed to, to do things about my business, okay?
All right.
And to, kind of survive.
Are your parents alive?
Do things that I need to do. Okay?
Are your parents alive?
My mother is alive.
And did she build a spaceship to escape you, or is she still on this planet?
Right.
Where is your mother?
And, the way I feel about you, I feel like you came from Mars.
All right, let me tell you something. You better thank God I came from Mars, because you would have nothing to do all day. Let me tell you something about me. Not only do you sit and I hit the button and goodbye.
Okay,
Goodbye.
Then...
That's it. So your profanity, I'm not going to listen to. I had to hit the delay. Use the F word. The F word. The nastiest of all words.
He can keep you going for like an hour.
You see, let me tell you something. Unlike Madonna and Letterman, if he was really upset about her using the F word, he would have thrown her right off that stage. That's what I did with him. I threw him right off. Now he's like Madonna. You want to talk to Ian for 2 seconds? He's on the phone. We haven't spoken to him in a while.
We haven't spoken to him in a long time. How's he doing?
Didn't we try to call him the other day?
No, I tried to call him once for the FMEs, and he had changed his number.
Yeah. Hey, Ian.
Yeah.
We tried to call you, I don't know, must have been about a month ago, because you won an award. And then you...
Really?
Yeah, and then I guess you changed your number or something?
Was it like one of those FMEs?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You won one, but we had to give it to someone else.
Okay, good. Listen, Howard.
Why'd you change your number?
Because there's...
Many reasons. And I would start with the one, that when you're being sued, you don't want to be around, right?
Right. Were you being sued?
That's a good one.
I mentioned that to you, right?
No, I didn't know you were being sued. Who's suing you now? Your family?
No.
Whatever phone line.
No way.
Whatever phone line they gave you.
I'm doing real well with my family. It's total opposite of what you think.
Whatever phone line they gave you. It's
no, but listen, I'm going to tell you one thing. I expected you to start today's morning show with, Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well, yeah, I'm going to work into it.
That you were going to sing that song, and all of that, and kind of be happy that somebody took care of him.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
all of that.
Well, it shows you that...
But listen, to me, what's much more important than Jeffrey Dahmer was that, first of all, I think it was like Wednesday or Thursday, when in like New York Post, the headline was that, Police Commissioner Bratton asked, all the police officers...
What's this with his phone line?
I don't know.
And everybody else says, you're welcome, right?
Right.
How long did it take for us?
He's just going to ramble on. I forget how you can't even talk to him.
I know. We had him for a second engaged in a conversation, but it didn't last.
And then, like 2 days later, the headline was...
Now his phone line is all dirty and gritty.
Fighting Mayor Giuliani over the budget.
Maybe the phone company did it on purpose.
Right?
Yeah.
And nobody knows if he's got any right to talk about the budget.
He just talks.
Nobody knows.
He doesn't need me.
Right. There is no court precedent. I remember you talking about 3 or 4 days ago about, litigious society.
Litigious.
And how everybody wants to sue everybody and how lawyers are screwing everybody up.
The static is really annoying.
Okay, now you don't see it, that's what's happening?
Hey, so all of a sudden you're starting to agree with me, huh?
Well, then finally, like today, we have a day when this guy Giuliani is going to meet this guy Pataki. Who, I don't really care how big enemies or friends or whatever. I don't really care. To me,
he doesn't care about anything.
One way or the other, it makes no difference. But I'm
going to hang up on him. I don't think maybe I'll start a fight with him. I'm going to start a fight with him.
Yeah. It's better to fight with him.
Don't you think so?
All you do is ramble. All you do is ramble on. You don't allow me to have a word. And then you go on about things nobody understands what you're talking about.
Okay, so you go ahead.
No, now it's silly.
Now it's silly?
I ask you why you're being sued, and you avoid the question.
Well, I avoided it because of... the thing is, I've been through it mess before.
Now, why are people constantly suing you?
No, they're not constantly suing me, but, the things happen that, once in a while you just come out and you want to say the truth. And a lot of the people don't like the truth.
Now, who is it that's suing you?
In my case?
Yes. No, in someone else's case. No, in your case. Who is suing you?
No. Really, to tell you the truth, I'm not quite being sued. It's just a situation where I'm contesting, a fee that was being owed to me.
All right. In other words, you do some kind of work, and somebody and somebody owed you money.
Right.
And you said, "Give me my money."
Right.
And then they wouldn't give you the money.
Right.
And now you're threatening to sue them.
No, I'm not threatening that.
So why did you say you changed your phone number because you're being sued?
Yeah, and if you're looking for the money, why would you change your number?
Maybe the guy's trying to pay you, but he can't find you.
Listen, how many times have you changed your number, Howard?
A lot of times.
But he's not you.
Okay. And have you been sued or have you been,
No, nobody's calling me about any lawsuit, but people call... But people...
Right.
Sometimes
so you know what it's about, right?
No, I'm saying... No, I don't know what it's about. Sometimes people call me because they get a hold of the phone number and they think, well...
Listen, sometimes I don't even want to hear from my best friends. Okay? Really. It just turns out to that way that, once
You have friends?
Like you remember when you said that you admitted that you wanted to become one of those?
One of those what?
Best friends.
Huh?
You did say about 3 or 4 weeks ago that you admitted to it, that you said that you had like John calling me about that.
Right. That's right. I want to be your best friend.
No, it had nothing to do with it. And you offered me, like, Dominic Barbara, and I don't even care about it.
He's so delusional.
I have no clue what he's talking about.
One way or the other.
You mean you were going to be my best friend like Dominic Barbara?
What?
I'm trying to understand what you mean, like Dominic.
Listen, now you twisted the whole thing that I wanted to say.
No, I'm trying to understand what Dominic Barbara means.
Okay. The way you described yesterday the lawyers. Okay,
yes, I described that lawyers should all be put in a gas chamber.
That is not quite like Penn State, or that's not quite like Yale, or it's not quite Harvard, right? Mm-hmm. Or NYU, right?
Right.
So once in a while, the lawyers end up, in a school that doesn't have the reputation that you would want to have. And they do the things that they want to do, like this guy, Raoul Felder or whatever.
All right, listen, I got to go.
I don't respect those people.
Out there.
I got to go.
What?
I see.
I mean, it's my own personal opinion. It has nothing to do with how you feel about it.
I don't know.
Okay?
You can't even get him riled up to this.
He's not on the same conversation again. He slid off.
Okay? He sounds like he knows what he's talking about, and then he slides off.
Twice, okay?
Like you start to think he's going to really make some sense, and like maybe he's a bright guy.
With my wife at all. Nobody.
You got a wife?
Anything.
You got a wife?
Well, not now.
Everyone in his life leaves him.
He changes his number because sometimes he doesn't want to hear from even his best friend.
Are you on drugs?
Come on, you guys. I don't know how you get into this kind of thing that.
Are you on drugs?
Listen,
are you on drugs right now?
I read myself.
Are you on drugs right now?
No.
Because this is the happiest I've ever heard you.
Remember, you were taking
because
that
I'm doing good. Because I've always been doing good.
You usually call up angry or upset over something I've said.
Oh, come on.
And you usually start yelling and screaming. And today you're happy.
That's not true. Last time we talked, I gave you the advice to get out of that stupid gubernatorial race, right?
Gubernatorial
race, right? And I told you, join the Republicans or Democrats or whatever. I wasn't angry.
Oh, I see. Well, okay. Well, all right. Listen, Ian, I got to go.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
But listen, please don't pick up on me, for whatever, you feel one way or the other. All I want to tell you is, that there is a way. You don't have to sit at home and think about how you're going to protect your millions.
What's he talking
about? Your wife ever, met some guy who, she liked better than you or whatever. Okay?
He had something bad happen to him.
You don't have to sit around thinking about it, because if you really have friends, if your wife is really your best friend that you say always that she is, please don't worry about her anymore, because, I've learned that...
Wait a second, are you saying I'm worried about... Wait a second, I'm confused here.
Oh, come on.
I'm confused by you now. Now you caught my curiosity.
No, because
You're saying that I'm sitting home worrying about my wife leaving me?
Okay, no. I've met a guy about 10 years ago. Not that I was, homosexually connected with him.
All right.
All right, let him talk.
I was married.
All right, go ahead.
All those years that I knew him.
Right, but he was a good friend of yours.
Yeah, very good friend.
And you had warm feelings.
And you were confused.
No feelings.
And there was a little alcohol.
None of what you think, okay?
Ian, are you going to tell us...
None of what makes your ratings, okay?
Are you going to tell us something...
I don't care about your ratings, guys.
Are you going to tell us something we suspected all along? What happened? You knew a guy...
Listen, if your ratings today are like 15 or 3, I don't care. I really don't.
I know you don't.
Okay? So all I'm telling you is that I've learned to, stick with the people that trusted in me.
All right, very good.
Those years.
Thank you.
And then you stick with them, and in the end...
You can't hang up on this guy.
He'll never stop. You said goodbye.
And then you try to... Watch, I'm going to say goodbye.
Right. Them up,
Ian, I got to go.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to say goodbye.
No, but how about this whole story with, when Mayor Giuliani meets Mr.
Yeah, but boy, no, I got to go.
And you're friendly with Mr., the man.
I got to go.
And you want to play,
I got to leave. I have a show to do.
You don't want to talk about that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
All right. Now, so I wanted.
Okay.
I mean, I did want to talk to you about this thing with the wife and what you're bringing up, but another time, okay? Because when I try to ask you about it, you go rambling off.
No, come on. So what do you want to talk about?
No. I got to go.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah,
there he is,
on
Ian.
any subject, Howard.
I've never heard him so happy.
I know. I don't know what happened to you. Why don't you come in and visit us now that you're so happy?
No, I hung up on him.
Oh, because we could never get him in here. Maybe this is the time.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe this is the time.
While he's in a good mood.
I'd love to see what he looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Yeah. Yeah, you know.
And like that.
And
I
like
don't
that.
care.
If your ratings are 3 or 15, I don't care.
One way or the other.
One way or the other. What is it, Stuttering John?
How you doing, man? I think Ian's on the phone.
Ian who?
On your stupid political ideas. Yeah.
Who?
Ian the drunk?
Oh, Ian the drunk.
He hasn't called in a while, so.
Hey, is this Ian the drunk?
No, it isn't Ian the drunk. Okay, it's just Ian. Okay?
Oh, you're not drinking this morning?
No.
Oh, you're sober.
He's not drinking while he's on the phone.
Okay.
What's that drug you take again?
Trihexyphenidyl.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. He this is the guy who takes the drugs.
No, but listen, I only took that drug twice.
And
Twice
look what
in
it
my
did
life.
to you.
That's a good
Once when
high.
I was about 16,
Uh-huh.
and the second time I was about 25 after my divorce, okay?
Okay.
So, you cannot count me as a drug user for taking it twice in my life.
I never heard of anybody taking that drug, though. That's like, I got to admit, that's pretty original.
I know.
We got a lot of faxes about what it was, and now I can't remember.
It's a medication used to treat mental patients.
But Howard, listen to me, okay?
Yeah.
The way it happened the first time was we were competing. There were 2 bands in the town. It was a small town, like 15,000.
Let me ask you something. Why did you call me? I never mind why you took drugs.
Because I was sick and tired of you talking about your governor.
I haven't talked about it in 3 months, you moron.
Today you did.
Yeah, today I did
and
because
he got sick immediately, is what he said.
there was a major story. It was the third story in on the network news, not network, but the local news last night about how they have turned me down. And they want me to financially disclose.
Does that matter to you?
Would you want me not to talk about that? I mean, I shouldn't address something major that's going on?
Because you are
stupid
a candidate
retard.
of, some kind of a meditation theory, and you mostly support President Clinton. You mostly are a Democrat.
Wrong.
From what I know.
I voted for George Bush and Ronald Reagan the last 2 elections.
Yes, you did.
And you're going to tell me I'm a Democrat?
Yes, you did. But the last election, you voted for Mr. Clinton.
And I'm glad. And I'll tell you something else, you stupid freak. I'd vote for him again.
Howard,
he's the only guy I see that even gets off his ass.
This woman...
You dope. You don't even know how to think on your own.
President Gore.
What don't you like? Let me hear. What don't you like about Clinton?
Didn't I warn you about it?
What don't you like about Clinton?
Wait a minute. I want to know what he's got to say about the governor.
Tippy Gore.
Tippy Gore.
Right. Didn't I warn you about it, that she was the one who instigated those labels on the records?
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
What do you think? You're the only one who knows that?
And who do you think?
But I did make a couple of phone calls.
And who do you think?
Before those elections, after
and
George
who
Bush
do you think instigated the FCC fines against me? You think it was Tippy Gore? No.
I think so.
No, you think so? Well, go back and check history. George Bush, the know-nothing, do-nothing president who sat there like a puppet head, all tired.
Well, how about this Roger Ortman that I watched the whole night today on TV?
Who?
Answering the questions to the Senate committee.
Yeah, so what?
Wasn't he a jerk? Even though he was a millionaire from
the Senate committee.
Wasn't he a jerk?
Why am I talking politics with a guy who was on something comparable to Thorazine?
I really do want to know what his problem is with your running for governor.
He doesn't have a rational...
I really want to know.
No, I do. I really
what is your problem with me running for governor?
There was 2 problems. One of them is, first of all, you are not a Republican, and you are not a Democrat.
No, he's a libertarian.
You don't fit in any one of those 2 countries.
All right, listen, you should go take more drugs. You don't know how to speak. You drink too much. and you're not making any sense. You're telling me a man can only run for office if he fits into a Republican or Democrat? That's your idea of democracy?
That's why you don't even need the vote.
Yes.
You don't need to vote. You don't even vote, do you?
Sometimes when you find the best people, okay, listen. If you ever listen to those hearings...
Sitting all lonely, no family, his family left him.
Why don't you come down here, Ian?
Yeah, why don't you come on the show? Why don't you come down here? Let me talk to you.
I want to see you.
I want to see if I can talk to you without punching you in the nose.
What will it do for me and what will it do for you?
I'll tell you what I'll do for you. If you're lucky, I won't smack you in the head.
Yeah, with your losing to Neil somebody, in baseball game or basketball game that you lost to like a midget.
I tell you what, would you introduce me at the press conference tomorrow?
Yes.
I would like to ask you to do that as a favor.
I just want you to understand, okay, that between those two political parties, okay,
he never stops
Republicans and Democrats, you don't fit there, okay?
So what?
So what? Who cares? Who cares if somebody fits
and
there?
And the stupid libertarian party that you got aligned with means nothing. It's just a...
Well, we agree on that.
It's a joke. Okay? So unless you really do acquire some kind of an admiration or some kind of some kind of an acceptance from either one of those two countries, two parties.
He's like a guy, except in admiration.
Yeah.
He's like a whack job. And this guy...
Two countries.
And this guy will keep talking if we talk. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Seem to me that you understand that.
He's already had these arguments all by himself.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to me like you understand that unless you...
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
Ian, you're right.
You're right, Ian. Why don't I just go home and not do a radio show today? Because you're right. And you'll have nothing to do all day. You'll just sit there by...
Right.
You'll listen to the dead air.
Right.
You'll listen to...
No, but I had a beautiful kind of a,
You are so
nice
stupid. Your head is so empty, I hear it rattling right now.
No. No matter what you
think
say...
You have a deep, resonant voice. That's the echo.
Why don't you go back to Kamchatka, where you come from?
Kamchatka.
Right? You skeeve.
Yes, of course. Howard. Whatever you say. Whatever you say.
Go back to Kamchatka. Lansky. All right, very good, Ian. That's what you have to tell me? That was a really profound thought. I should be with the Republicans or the Democrats.
That wasn't what I wanted to tell you. What I wanted...
You know what's going to be great? If I should drop out of the race, if my announcement tomorrow is that I'm dropping out of the race or if it's that I'm continuing on, you know what you're left with? You're left with two guys. You're left with Pataki, who no one even knows. At least me, you know.
Well, at least he's going to start putting out some commercials now, so we'll have some idea who he is and what he stands for.
And then Cuomo, who's done such a terrific job of ignoring you.
Howard.
You vodka-soaked Dracula.
The political environment in New York State, okay?
What?
This guy Pataki and this guy Cuomo, neither one of them means much to me at all.
No one means much to you. Nobody's good like you.
Why don't you call them and tell them it's ridiculous for them to run?
No, because he gets a hold of me. And let me tell you something.
I don't know much about this guy Pataki, but maybe I'll give him a shot.
This is a vodka-soaked Dracula.
Yeah.
He knows nothing about Pataki, but he'll give him a shot.
Well, I know he was a mayor of...
Why wouldn't you give Howard a shot?
Because he can't give me a break. I'm only the guy who entertains him every morning.
Yeah.
Right.
He doesn't want to give me a shot because, God forbid, I become governor and I'm not on the radio anymore.
That's true.
All the time in your life, okay? It seems to me like it's a mission in your life to put down Oliver North.
Oh, here we go.
Okay?
Here we go.
It's a mission in my life.
Jumping.
People ask my opinion on Oliver North. I told you he's a bum, and that's the end of it. Goodbye. You know what? Why don't you just keep talking? You talk right through the commercials. Doesn't stop you. You don't care if
Why don't you do the same thing?
You don't care if I listen to you or not.
I do care.
No, you don't.
Okay, go ahead.
Sometimes I talk. I see you talk right through it.
Okay, go ahead.
You don't care what I have to say.
No, listen, go ahead.
You offer an opinion, and then you just talk anyway. You don't allow me to respond.
Do you even know Howard's talking?
No, he doesn't hear me.
I do. Please, go ahead and tell me what you want to say. How you somehow fit in between these two parties. Somehow you want to get where you want to be, like if you really meant it seriously.
Imbecile, listen to me. Now I'll respond to you. First of all, that's not the point of the story. The point of the story is I'm a guy who wants to run on a third party. and the law of financial disclosure comes into play. That's what we're here to discuss.
I knew that from the beginning.
You are busy with Democrats and Republicans. No one knows what you're rambling about, what you're ranting about. It's almost impossible to answer you. But I will tell you this. I wanted to be the governor of New York. I still want to be the governor of New York.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that.
I don't.
I don't care if you
know from the
believe
beginning
it.
that you're not gonna disclose your financial,
That's right, because I believe. I said I believed, and maybe somewhat naive, in a naive fashion, that you feel like a mental patient when you start arguing with this guy.
Because Ian doesn't understand not knowing something. A man who knows nothing doesn't understand nothing.
This is a guy who doesn't even know how to get back with his daughter and his family, but he knows everything.
Yeah.
He's a complete failure in his life. I have a wife and a family.
You and Robin, you figured it out. Okay?
I have a wife and a family. I figured out how to keep them all together, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, why don't you work on that? And how to develop personal relationships with people without having to turn to booze. That's what I want you to figure out. Forget about politics. That's too deep for you.
No,
you have to figure out how to function on a daily basis.
Do you think that ever since the first day, the day one, you announced your candidacy for that governorship of New York State?
Yes.
You think that from the first day, I did not know and realize that you would never, reveal your financial business.
No, first of all, you didn't even think about it. Number two, most candidates, you got to understand something, don't file financial disclosure. You don't know anything about it.
Come on.
Do you know how, what do you mean, come on? You don't let me answer a question, you old fart. You drunken bum. You no good nothing, contributor to no one.
Okay. Go ahead.
I've done some investigating. A huge percentage of candidates don't bother filing financial disclosure. Do you know why? They don't file because you don't have to.
No one checked.
They checked with the prosecutor. He has never prosecuted one politician who didn't file financial disclosure. So really, I could have just blown it off and ran anyway. But I knew in my case, all the legal eagles would come over and say, hey, you didn't file financial disclosure. The Republicans have been after me. They want me out of the race. They want to make sure that I'm filing financial disclosure. The Republicans have said to me that they will, in fact, check every signature on my petition. Normally, they never check the Libertarian signatures.
Right.
So you got to understand they're all threatened by me running. So I'm being
asked... Do you understand that much, Ian?
I am being...
No, not
at all. Not yet. I am being asked to play in an unfair field. It's not that these other candidates all file financial disclosure. It's not that all these other candidates go around checking signatures. Me, they're after with a microscope. And
I think what Ian is saying is that from the very beginning, he didn't believe you were serious about running for governor.
Right.
Now, I am dead serious. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know whether I'm serious or not. He's a buffoon who drinks by the phone and listens. You're a guy who rambles on.
Background with your stupid, meditation business and all of that.
Stupid. Let me ask you something. I am so together.
You could not have been together.
Listen to me, you retard.
A serious candidate.
Listen to me.
You could not have been.
Oh, who is a serious candidate that's together? Tell me the name. Okay, wise ass. Who is a serious candidate that's together?
None.
Oh, there is none.
At the moment.
You're the only person on the planet who knows anything.
You call his meditation stupid. Your drinking is stupid.
Yeah, you're sitting and drinking. I meditate.
He can still go to work every meditation.
I relax. I close my eyes for 20 minutes and do a TM, a transcendental meditation. That's wacky. But to sit by a phone with a bottle in your hand, slugging it down,
to no one.
hallucinating, and losing your wife and children and having no personal relationships with people, that's normal.
Yeah, right.
Oh, look who's calling who's calling the kettle black.
Okay, so I would be just walking around taking welfare and living on the street or something?
Yes, you're a bum.
The way you see it?
You're nothing. You're dirt. You're a skunk.
Okay.
You are the lowest life form. And I shouldn't even talk to you. What?
But that's not the way it is.
That's the way it is. You are the lowest life form.
You won't even come out and meet us. You're so embarrassed by yourself.
Because you probably look peculiar.
You know what?
Nothing
to...
I'll listen to you when you set foot like a man in my studio and let the world see your face.
Yeah, okay, and I would set foot in your studio if you were the man to admit there were the times when you were calling my home, not you, okay, but John.
John called your home?
John, okay?
Yeah.
Call my home about asking me about becoming your friend.
What? What?
Now you really are hallucinating.
Never happened.
Stuttering John.
Know what John is
Stuttering John called up and said, "I need you as a friend."
No, he didn't say you need me as a friend, but he said that you asked him to call me
Stuttering John, come in here.
Explain to me that, I would be a good friend because I wouldn't not, touch you by all that other garbage that
if he says he'll come down here,
I'll admit, I'll say yes.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever.
All right, now you said that you would come down here if I admit that to be true?
Yes.
I admit that's true. Now, when are you coming?
Want me to be there?
All right, I need you
here
September 1st. After September 1st.
After September 1st. I need you tomorrow for the press conference.
No. I have other things that are coming up in my life.
Oh, please, Ian.
You're
welching on a bed.
You welch. Now you are a liar. Now you are a liar, as well as other things. As
Howard,
a skunk.
Please listen to me. I'm willing to commit myself.
I just made my word. I admitted it first.
Not that way, but after September 1st. Believe me, I have a big date on September 1st.
You have a big date?
I don't want to jeopardize it by, my connection with Howard Stern or,
What do you got going on?
Things, okay?
What do you got?
Understand that?
What do you got going on September 1st, before September 1st? What do you got going on? Let me hear.
It has something to do with a lot of money.
What is
a lawsuit?
A lawsuit.
Oh,
right.
Boy,
Are you suing someone?
No.
They're suing you.
I'm being sued.
For what?
Well,
for stupidity.
Big shit.
And you're using the S word now twice. I had to hit the button.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And you're killing me. You're killing me when you do that.
But, okay, that's the way it is, okay?
All right. Okay,
look. I'm telling you, I will come to see you.
I don't understand how being here would jeopardize your silly lawsuit.
No, it would. Like being connected with Dominic Barbara, and all of that. It would jeopardize.
Well, that's true. All right, he's not that crazy. All right, very good, Ian. Thank you for the call.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's Ian, the lunatic.
Oh, he said bye-bye.
Yeah. What?
I think we might have called him when we wanted to talk to him again for some reason when he hung up on us or something, but that's about it.
Yeah, I know. You probably called back and said Howard wants you on the air.
Yeah,
right. And then
he got all confused.
Yeah.
Thought you wanted to be his friend.
Well, I do. I admit it. I admitted it. I'll admit anything just to get him down here.
Yeah, that's what I want.
I would love to see what he looks like.
Yeah, so would I. I picture like a guy like Aqualung on the cover of the Jethro Tull album, like with a big huge beard and everything. Yes. But a bald guy, completely clean shaven, weighs like maybe 100 pounds. Like real skinny, like...
Yeah, I think he's older, though. Older than we imagined.
I don't know. It's just going to be... Whatever it is, it's going to be funnier than you could imagine.
We should all draw what we think he looks like and see who wins.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
a funny idea, right?
Yeah, let's draw right now. All right. I got 2 drawings of what I think he looks like, but I'm going to go... Only one per person.
Well, I don't have a piece of paper.
Hold on, I'm going to draw what I think Ian looks like.
Has he ever said if he has a beard or a mustache?
No,
he's never said anything about his looks.
I bet your mine comes true. I've had a dream about this guy. I know what he looks like.
I don't know if I can draw this.
I know, it's hard to draw your
image of Ian.
Yeah, but... All right, here's what I think he looks like. You ready?
Uh-huh.
That's what I think he looks like.
Oh, man.
I do. That's exactly what I think he's going to look like. That's what he looks like, though.
That's what I think he looks like.
Yeah, except his head's skinnier. This is a little too round. It's like bald with like a crater skull, and like you see the outline of a skull, and you can almost see the skull through the skin. Like blue veins running down the side of his head.
I think he might have some hair on the sides though. Like
yeah, maybe.
See, that's what I think.
I put some hair.
I put some hair.
I put some hair in it.
Bald spot.
Let me see what you look. Look how we all have the same vision of what he looks like. Robbins is identical to mine.
But I think he has those little square glasses.
Oh, I don't know about. I don't think he wears glasses.
You don't?
No.
I think he does. I think real Coke bottle glasses.
You know what this reminds me of? In the movie E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
I couldn't make him as ugly as that picture. I picture him big and fat with a little tiny head with a lot of hair.
But Robin and I drew the same picture. Isn't that weird?
It's scary.
Oh, look at this. This is what Jackie thinks he looks like.
Let's see.
Now, this is too funny. That's a picture of Gary.
Taking the only drunk Gary.
only have one shirt.
And here is what Fred thinks he looks like. And Fred,
It's similar to what you guys
Fred just put he put a goatee on there,
Yeah.
but Fred
I
thinks.
was going to draw a real cheesy shirt on him, but I didn't have enough.
Look how Fred draws a guy with antenna coming out of his head.
You know, it's like those
This guy's not from Mars like
it's like
you.
3 little hairs.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Little-
hair. I see.
You know, those little hairs, the
They
phantom
stick
hairs
up.
that still come
I like
out
the collar you drew on Ian.
Well, the rest of the shirt would probably look like that, too. It's like an old, cheesy shirt.
Right.
Fred actually draws pretty good, though.
Fred's very artistic.
But look at these 3 pictures. Aside from Jackie's goofy picture, you hold up yours, Robin.
Oh, my.
Yeah, look. Those are very similar.
Yeah.
All very similar. Very
We
similar.
all have him as bald.
Bald and cratered eyes and
We should just find out if he's bald.
yeah.
Get him on the phone.
Nobody sees him with hair.
Answer that.
I don't have to answer. Let your imagination go wild.
Stupid question.
Because I imagine him sitting there in his underwear when he talks.
Yeah, right.
With a bottle of vodka.
Yeah, me too.
All
Bottle of
drunk
vodka.
and
Like
sweaty.
a shot glass.
Yeah, like a little shot glass and like maybe a piece of toast and jam by the side. Just in
Right,
case
I don't think there's much in the room besides a bed
yeah,
and a hot plate, maybe.
his belly's all hairy and
Yeah.
distended.
Everything's his spots all over because, the food and the beer and
A
whatever
muscle
he's drinking.
T-shirt, like a white muscle T-shirt.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
his belly's sticking
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
But maybe he has no hair on his body. It's like a plucked chicken. All right, I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these. We were just talking to Ian on the phone. We were guessing what he looked like. Hey, Ian, just do me one quick favor. I don't have time to talk to you for a long time. Just do me a quick favor.
Okay.
Do you have hair?
Half.
Yeah,
Right.
you're bald, aren't you?
Yeah, I am.
I knew it. I'm telling you, all three.
But not quite, not like, Scott or,
Right.
not that way.
You have a couple of hairs on top.
No, not even that.
You have some on the side.
No, I do have a lot of hair on top, but not quite, to...
It's like a lot of hair.
Thin.
You have, like, peach fuzz?
Right.
No, he probably has kind of like Phil Collins, like hair in the back, but in the front it's
No,
kind of bald.
not even Phil Collins. No way.
Less than
I
Phil.
didn't get that far. Not yet.
Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe
You
one day
have-
I'll be there.
Yeah,
but
well-
not yet.
All right, I know what he's got. He's got very thin hair on the top.
Well, Robin, Fred, and I drew a picture of
Yeah.
you, and all of the pictures look identical in our minds. We're thinking this is like an extraterrestrial experience. Do you have a forehead the size of Siberia? That's what I pictured.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, a big head and like big eyes like that. But you kind of are you real skinny?
Well, I am 5'8".
Yeah, a little.
And I weigh about 155, 160.
I am
depending
telling you,
on
my
what
picture I think is going to come true. And can you see like the veins on the side of your head?
veins.
Yeah.
I never saw those.
Oh, you got to come down here.
Yeah, we have to see what you look like.
What color do you think his hair is?
I'd say like it's
It's that, like,
blonde.
natty-
yeah. I see like dirty, sandy blonde.
Yeah, I
but-
had him with black hair for
it
some
is
reason.
blonde. Without any question.
No, I see him very fair. Like he doesn't have a lot of body hair or a lot of facial hair.
Well, ask him about his facial hair.
do you have facial hair?
Of course.
No,
Well, I mean, do you have a mustache and a beard or
Yeah, I
something?
wear a mustache. So that's it.
A mustache.
I shave myself every day.
good for you.
Religiously, okay, to get
All right.
rid of the other hair. Okay.
All right, thank
That
you.
only a mustache, survives.
All right, thanks. I just wanted to know that. I don't have time to get into a long conversation.
I am 3 feet tall with one bloodshot eye in the middle of my forehead. I am from Rigel 7, and I can fly under my own vodka-induced power. I'm an Aries. I like walks in the woods, and I can turn into a pigeon at night.
All right, Ian, thank you.
No, but listen, Howard.
Oh, he's not going to let me
No,
off.
now he's not going to
Listen,
say
I'm not
goodbye.
going to let you off on this one, okay? You got a good segment out of this, didn't you?
Yes. You're terrific.
No, honestly.
You're in show business.
Okay?
All right.
You're like,
You thinking about what I
How was my
look like
segment?
and all.
All right, Ian, I got to go. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Go
But
drink.
all I
see,
wanna
now he's
tell
saying
you
he should be a
is-
sidekick.
Yeah.
Because look at what he inspired.
If anything ever happens to Robin, you will be my sidekick. All right?
Like I ever wished to be.
Oh, you do.
Yeah,
You
oh,
dream
like-
about
that
it
was
every
my
day.
dream.
You dream
That
of
was
it.
everything I dreamed about my
Mr.
whole
Ian
life, okay, to
Stern.
be your sidekick, right?
You win the award, okay? You're the best guest. All right?
Okay.
Go drink a Stoli.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There you are. Salud, my friend. Salud. I am of another planet.
I am green with purple lesions all over me.
I believe it.
I lay in a chair and fan myself because I can't afford the fan. I bought some Johnny Walker with the money. Sweaty little mastermind that calls the show and debates you because you don't know. You don't take this seriously. You meditate with this silly meditation, but you don't even know.
I know, you never know.
You never know anything. He knows everything. He's in a stupor and he knows everything. You don't even know.
Because a man took medication twice in his life. You can't say, it does not make me a drug addict.
A drug taker.
A drug taker.
You can't call me a drug taker.
Dracula. It's like the new Dracula. See, if we had the old TV show where we used to do sketches, I would just have him in and play Dracula.
Put him in one of those black caves.
Yeah, and just let him talk. We'd all have a script, but he'd just talk.
That's right. He'd just say whatever he would come to his mind.
Look into my eyes. I went to the bathroom Monday. I better go change my pants.
Right. Thank you. That's music to my ears. It's the sound I like. Hey, Stuttering John.
I don't know if you want him. That guy Ian's on the phone.
Well, I can't stand him.
He's got some funny points. He's got two really good points. I mean, they're funny.
Yeah?
He comes to
what his
those
other one
points?
is now, Howard?
Does he, what?
You know what his beef is now, too?
What?
Well, his first beef is that you're friends with David Lee Roth, and you have Sammy Hagar on, and then you diss David Lee Roth, whatever. But his other beef is that you and Rolanda both obviously earned a lot of money 5 years ago and put it all into your look.
All right, I'll give him 2 seconds. All right, Ian, I don't know why, but I'll talk to you.
I don't know why either, Howard.
I don't know why you call me.
But listen, I do have a lot of respect for you.
You have to, Ian. You live your life through the show. Let's be honest.
I don't.
Well, let me talk for 2 seconds.
If I did,
no.
do you pay me? Do you pay me $1?
No.
Okay, so how would I make my money if I live my life through you?
I didn't say that you make your money off the show. I said you live your life through the show.
Well, how would I live my life through you?
You listen to every
in the bands and I was doing, making music, composing.
No.
You're not understanding.
How would I ever lived it through you?
No, you're being very stupid.
You are just so shocking to me.
No. Listen to me.
That other people eat it up what you say.
And so do you.
You are so shocking to me.
No. Listen to me. Ian, I'm going to talk now. I want you to listen for 2 seconds before you go into your drunken rampage.
I'm not drunk today, by the way, but anyway, go ahead.
All right, well, it's a pleasure to speak to you when you're sober, like there's a difference. Anyway, like it makes any more sense. Here's the point. You are so involved and wrapped up in the show. You not only call my office 25 times a day to comment on what I say.
I don't. I never did call your office 25 times.
You're going to tell the truth?
That's your invention.
You're going to tell
the
truth? Why don't I get Stuttering John in here?
This was your one call since the last time we've heard from you.
25 times in one day, but never 25 times over a period of maybe a week or two.
Today.
What is that?
He's up to about 6 times this morning.
Already. And by the way, we've only been on the air 25 minutes.
One day,
I would have hung up on him another 10 times.
One day, not over a period of 2 months.
Ian, you don't think your behavior is a little bizarre? You call already 6 times this morning?
And you're calling about something that happened weeks ago.
You really, you somehow touched some kind of a nerve in me. You really did.
Yeah, well, if I touch a nerve in you and you sit there and you listen to me every day, would you consider yourself a fan? Can you bring yourself to say that?
Can I tell you the truth?
Yes.
You want to hear the real story?
No, yeah, I do, but somehow I don't think I'm going to get it.
Okay. Well, do you or you don't?
You're so sick that you can't even bring yourself to say that you're a fan of the show. That's how sick you are. It's something that you live for, that if it wasn't here, you'd miss it. You wake up every morning, you're involved with it.
He's exactly one of those people who, instead of saying they're a listener, he would say he monitors the show.
Yeah, he has to monitor it. So like someone's waiting for Ian to monitor something.
I don't know how is this funny to you guys. It's not funny to me, but anyway, go ahead if you feel like, it's funny.
I'm going to ask you a question. You can answer yes or no.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind, you call the show 25 times a day. You've already called 6 times this morning. You've already called 6 times this morning. You listen every day. I'm going to ask you a question.
I don't listen every day, by the way. But
all
anyway,
right, sure.
Go ahead.
Ask me your question. Are you a fan of the show?
I used to be.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
When did you stop?
Yeah.
Yesterday?
Yesterday, because you heard me.
About 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, 4 or 5 years ago.
You're still listening.
Then why do you listen if you're not?
Because now I became kind of an enemy.
Oh, you listen because
now
you're
I became
an enemy.
I realize how phony you are.
Do you really think that you would sit and listen for hours on end if you weren't fascinated by the show? Okay. Did you use the S word? Did you just use,
as part of the bull word.
Did you just use the S word?
Yeah,
am I going to hang up on you? Am I going to hang up on you for using the S word?
Well, listen, you want to take that way out, go ahead.
We can't have those words on the air, Ian.
Yeah.
Okay, so can I just say bull?
What do you think? Do you think you can say bull? I think bull is okay.
I can.
Or are you completely now gone? Is your mind completely eaten up by the alcohol?
Howard, listen,
and you don't even know the difference between bull and the S word?
You're trying to get away with the same kind of stuff you're getting away every day.
So then why do you listen?
The reason why I told John about this story with, David Lee Roth. Okay?
Now, what is your problem with David Lee Roth?
Because you used to worship him. Not worship him. Not as much as, this guy D. Snyder, your friend, okay? but you did have him on tons of times.
Right.
And you always used to say that it was, this guy, the other Helen, Ford, that he brought in this guy, Sammy Hagar, and how he sucked.
Yeah.
And even after your appearance on that MTV show, okay, when Sammy Hagar said that you sucked, okay, you said, well, I don't know what the guy's talking about. He must be drunk or he must be on drugs. Let me ask you something. All of that. And then one day, Gary brought him in as your...
Let me ask you something. Don't you find it odd that a man... How old are you again? 50 what?
42.
42. Don't you find it odd that a 42-year-old man...
Well, I find odd.
Not only don't you get the humor of the show...
It wasn't humor. What you did with Sammy Hagar.
What do you think I am? Let me ask you something. Ian, do you think I'm the president?
It wasn't funny at all.
Ian, nothing I do is funny in your eyes, and yet you listen every day.
No. A lot of things you do.
Oh, that wasn't funny.
Sometimes you crack me up.
Let me ask you something.
For the rest of the day. Okay?
Let me ask you something, Ian. Let me ask you something, Ian. Why would I have these people on if they made me uncomfortable?
Well, there is.
I have them on because they're of interest to my audience.
There is no simple answer.
I don't have to be consistent in any way. I'm an entertainer. I'm not running for president of the United States.
Well, you're running for a governor.
Yeah, governor is not.
Governor.
Yeah. And I think people are concerned whether or not I like Sammy Hagar or David Lee Roth.
So now as governor, you have to stick to your...
Oh, I see.
But there was.
You don't like the show, but you listen. Therefore, that makes you.
You said.
You don't like the show. You don't like the show, but you listen. That makes you a frigging idiot.
Well,
that makes you an idiot in my eyes.
Where I find the kind of a borderline between fun or humor, and
no one cares what you find fun or humor.
Okay, well, and the disgusting part of. Of something like...
You're insane.
Like selling.
You're insane. I can't deal with this guy. I used to have patience for guys like him.
He's amazing.
He
really doesn't get it.
He is insane.
He listens every day, but he doesn't like it.
Yeah, I don't know why he listens. Why wouldn't he turn it off?
And then he says, because I've become an enemy. So it's like, I have to watch you because I'm your enemy. And that's what I was saying. He's now monitoring. He's not listening.
Well, that's like this FCC commissioner who's now... I just read an article by David Hinckley in the Daily News today. And even I think why Hinckley prints several of the things that this guy wants to fine me over. There's one commissioner who hates me. This is what it's all about. And the guy is on a rampage. And Hinckley writes down these things that they want to fine me. You ought to read it because I think the strongest word in there is intercourse. I use the word intercourse, sexual intercourse. And the guy is 81 years old. He's completely out of touch. He's freaking out over the show. Other than him, we don't have a problem. Nobody else has a problem. He's got the problem. He's going to get Howard Stern.
So one person.
But he listens every day, this guy, he says, and he thinks I'm a wise ass, so he's going to get me. You listen every day, that makes you a fan. An 81-old coot.
Yeah, he's in love.
Yeah. He's in love, and he's jealous that he's not on the radio. He evidently used to be the general manager of a radio station. I didn't know this about him. I thought he was a lawyer.
Yeah, he never had this kind of success in radio.
Yeah, so he's now a commissioner making 12 cents a year. Jesus, hypocrite. And before we get into anything heavy, you want to talk to Ian the Drunk?
Sure.
All right.
He's always a pick-me-up.
Everybody, Ian the Drunk. This is the guy who calls us 900 times a day back in the office. It's really weird. We have certain people, there's like 4 or 5 of them, they're regulars, who, like around 5:30 in the morning, they start calling the office. And Ian the Drunk.
You were the one who started it, okay?
I didn't start
called you?
I called you first?
Okay. When you read that critique on you, from, some kind of an observer from, Orlando, someplace, okay?
Gorilla said this guy's really loaded today.
Okay? Did you forget about it when you said that?
Said what?
About the Disney.
What about
when
Disney?
You said that our good friends, Germans.
You are a nitwit. You are one of those guys who listens to this show and doesn't even understand what I'm saying. Do you think I said our good friends, the Germans, like they're our good friends? Do you understand sarcasm, you nitwit? You drunken fool?
He misses it. He's a foreigner, and he misses the subtleties of the language.
You should go listen. What is your native language? Why don't you go listen to radio in Russia? Why don't you go listen to radio in Russia where you understand the language?
Howard, I always ask you to say that.
When I said our good friends, the Germans, I was talking about the French, and you know what? I'm going to repeat the joke for you, so to see if you can get it. I said, and not that it bothers me. I don't even care what you think. But here is the point. I said we shouldn't have given Euro Disney to the French. Yeah, maybe we should have given it to our good friends, the Germans. Do you think that sounds like a man who thinks the Germans are our good friends? You don't even know anything. You are a drunken...
What?
Because you might have had, not today, but maybe 2 years ago, you might have had some stocks.
2 years
Disney
ago?
Okay.
I still have stock in Disney World. I think the Disney company has done a phenomenal job under Michael Eisner. What do I care?
The stupid French, who I had myself also, okay? The stupid French.
Well, then I like the French. You hate
them.
The French.
And then you say that, our good friend Germans.
Did I just explain to you the nuance of the English language, you drunken fool?
Yeah. He doesn't get it.
You don't get it.
Yeah.
When a guy goes... Yeah, maybe we should have given Euro Disney to our good friends, the Germans. That's called American sarcasm.
Yeah.
You
and if
loser.
I was the only one who understood that, okay? If I was the last person on this planet...
Ian, you know what? If you think that I think the Germans are our good friends, then you obviously are the biggest nitwit on the planet. And if you think I think the French are our friends, you're a nitwit. You don't even understand how to listen to the show. Listen, I can't waste my time with you. People write me. They like listening to Ian.
He does. He's entertaining.
All right, I'll tell you what. Why don't you get on another topic since I just explained that to you?
Yeah.
Well, seriously.
Now you're not upset anymore because he's explained it.
All right. Did I ever care about that?
Oh, dear.
Then why would you call 30 times today, drunk out of your mind?
I'm telling you, Howard.
Oh, okay.
You somehow, you trying to please everybody, okay?
I'm not trying to please anybody. How could you say, excuse me, how dare you critique me and say I'm trying to please everyone when I got the whole world hating me?
I'm not critiquing.
How could I be trying to please everyone when everyone tells me I'm incorrect?
Right. You
stupid nitwit. And who do you suck up to? Who do you suck up to? What do you I love these people. I love people like Ian who tell me who I suck up to. I'm the guy who sits and gets fired from every job, and these are guys who never took a risk in their lives. They suck up to anyone they meet, and then they sit and they give me the list whether or not I suck up to people.
Listen,
well, how did
you took a risk, and I love you for you taking that risk, okay?
Oh, he loves you for that.
Listen, I admire you.
No, I'm tired of you, Ian. I'm tired of people like you. I'm tired of drunks who just mouth off.
Yeah.
And especially Russian drunks who don't even understand the language.
Oh, I love it when you make him laugh.
Yeah, because he's an idiot.
If you can make him laugh, you can make anyone laugh.
How do you make an idiot laugh?
Well, you think about it, okay?
You think about it.
Think. The word is think, my Russian friend.
Well, you know, I don't know.
And when I said Russian friend, I meant it sarcastically.
Maybe my English is
he
not
really
quite,
thinks he's
you
your
know,
friend
now.
American English. Maybe it could be in like, you know, European English.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking this morning?
Nothing.
Why don't you be honest?
Nothing.
Right at
I'm
this
gone.
moment.
What are you drinking? Let me hear you guzzle some booze over the phone.
I started about 3, 4, 5 hours ago before the Rangers won, you know, the second game of, you know, what they play for the Stanley Cup.
Hockey.
Maybe you don't, yeah, right. But you know nothing about it.
What do you want from me? I'm not a hockey fan. I'm not a hockey fan.
Okay, so
I'm
when
not a
I
hockey
saw
fan,
it,
Boris.
Okay, when I saw it, how they did it, okay, I realized that, you know, there might be some kind of a, you know, reason for the people to survive.
For the people to what? To survive?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Why are you listening to him?
Right.
I'm trying to see if there's any sense here at all.
Well,
the guy's loaded out of his
young
mind.
lady.
I resent that.
Okay.
You're saying that sarcastically?
She's not young and she's not a lady.
I don't mean it sarcastically, but I want to tell you, okay?
I don't mean this spastically.
I don't mean this.
All right, go ahead. What do you want to say? Quickly say it. You've called here 100 times.
Any player, anybody you choose, Mark Messier or, you know, Adam Graves, whoever you pick, you know, kind of looks better than, you know, this guy with the blonde hair, you know, Rodham, who
Hillary
dates
Rodham?
Madonna.
Who dates Madonna?
Oh,
the black
I see
guy.
what you're saying. He's
Right.
they're better looking than the guy dating Madonna.
So you don't
Right.
understand why a black guy gets to date Madonna when one of these good-looking white guys isn't dating her.
Well,
Right?
who cares? Who cares?
Well,
I
why'd
don't
you
care.
bring it up, Ian?
Who
I
cares?
don't care.
He always brings
I don't
stuff up and then he
care.
says he doesn't care.
I don't care. Believe me.
You do care.
But when I see
Hey, Ian, if you have a point, feel free to make it. It's already 20 minutes into the conversation.
my point is,
All right. Okay, here
that
it is.
if I ever read New York Post, okay,
New York
that
Post.
is my newspaper, okay, every day. But if I ever want to believe for whatever's happening, okay, I don't look for Rodham, you know, or who is like 6'9" or 6'8", okay, with the blonde hair. And date Madonna, you know, 5.4, right?
Oh, boy.
5'4".
No, 5.4. Right?
5.4.
Right, okay? And they all blonde, which neither one of them is blonde. Neither one of them.
Right, both of them are dying their hair.
It's
Right.
ridiculous, isn't it?
Right. And both of them spend tons of money.
This guy has no one to talk to at home because his whole family abandoned him. His kids don't talk to him.
What a couple.
So he calls us now. And you know why they all abandoned him?
Listen to this. Who's listening to it?
He did this all day and night.
You know,
This guy gives alcoholics a bad name. Some alcoholics can be fun. Jackie's a scream.
You know, Arnold, right?
Huh?
Okay.
You didn't even say words just now.
Well,
you're saying right.
Because I don't want to say that. Because it's so ridiculous to even talk about it.
Talk about what?
About somebody like Roseanne and Tom.
And Arnold.
Roseanne and Arnold.
No, Roseanne and Tom.
So why are you talking about it if it's ridiculous?
Because, you guys support it.
I support Roseanne and Tom?
Well, let me ask you, Howard, okay? You are gonna...
Why do you read the paper every day?
I don't care about papers.
But you said you read it every day.
But let me tell you, okay? Let me tell you how it goes, okay?
Yeah.
One day,
what do you care about? What do you care about? I asked you a question. I want you to answer a question.
One of these days, you're gonna appear on John, Jay Leno right?
Jay Leno's?
Jay Leno's, yes.
I'm
You
gonna be.
are going to appear one of these days on Jay Leno's.
I'm appearing Friday.
Well, you didn't tell that to the general, you know.
I'm telling you, I'm appearing Friday night.
Do you want to go?
I don't care what you
You want to walk on with me?
Oh, well, yeah. I'm waiting
Jay would. If I was Jay, I'd want to talk to you. I bet you'll beat Letterman with you on.
Well,
Imagine
I
he
don't want
sits
you
this
to
guy down in a chair and does an hour interview with him.
Oh, I love it.
If you are willing to kind
Nobody
of
could
please
take an hour with you.
Howard,
What?
if you're willing to please the people in New York, you know, for what they believe in you, and then all of a sudden,
do you think I'd really take
to Orlando and you say, our good friends Germans.
Here we go.
Okay, I would like to see what you're going to say on Jay Leno's.
What was the highest?
Jay Leno's.
Yeah. What was the highest rated Jay Leno show so far? Wasn't it when they had all the drunks from Cheers on?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. So then why don't they get? Why don't they get Ian on?
They should stay with that theme.
If they put this drunk on, he's better than those drunks from Cheers. They'll have a bigger.
He's a professional.
Make him the band leader.
Yeah.
They were amateurs.
Would you accept a job as band leader for the Tonight Show band?
Come on.
Would you?
Would I be better than, you know, Wynton Marsalis or something?
Branford.
Or Brent, whatever his name is.
You guys having a party.
You're too much.
No, but listen, I mean it seriously.
I love that laugh.
Listen, that critique that you read from Orlando, what was it, Observer or something?
Observer,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you hit that story about Disney World, and then you said that you didn't receive the facts, that it was cut off, okay? When you hit that story about, you know, Disney World and...
All right, listen, I got to go.
You know, you talk about the French and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, you cut it off just before, you know...
The only
other
facts
people could have seen when you said our good friend Germans.
You are an imbecile. You are the stupidest imbecile on the planet.
Imbecile.
Yeah, okay, I'm pro-Germany. I'm pro-Germany and I'm pro-France.
Yeah,
Thank
I don't
you.
believe it for 1 second.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't. You don't even know how to listen to the radio. You're so drunken and so stupid.
You think he's trying to suck up to the Germans?
Yeah, the Germans. Yeah, but maybe I'll get a free car.
No, but Howard, please, look at yourself, okay?
Look at yourself.
Oh, okay. You know what, Ian? You're right. I won't suck up to the Germans anymore, okay?
Right.
All right, okay. Sorry, I made a mistake.
Okay?
I made a mistake. And thanks for getting all the jokes.
Thank you, Ian, for helping us out. You're so perfect.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thanks. You know, I got to handle my life more like yours. I got to get up in the morning and drink.
Listen, when I asked, you know, you guys, that Orlando became another...
Hey, Ian, when you're right, why rub it in?
No, listen to me. When Orlando became another Sammy Hagar, okay?
What?
Does this satisfy him once he gets to talk to you?
No.
Or does he continue to call even after we hang up on him on the air?
I'll tell you exactly what happens. After he gets on the air, he gets completely charged up.
He would have been a good guy.
He gets completely charged up and he starts calling Gary. Gary, here, tell her what happens. After he gets on the air, finally.
He calls, you
got
know...
to understand something. There are days that he calls the office and just rambles and rambles and rambles and talks to Gorilla.
Yeah.
And Gorilla goes, hey, Ian's on fire today, but we just don't have time to get to him. He's available every day. What is it, Stuttering?
No, we're good for another at least 10 to 15 calls now, and now it'll be every minute.
Ah.
Now he
Wait, he's done. I have to wind him up. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I don't agree.
No, I do agree.
All right, let's get back in.
Okay? Because
Anyway,
you up to the people who you always
what?
down.
He'll not only call like 10 or 15 times, but you leave him on hold, talking like this, and he can go for, 5 minutes on hold.
I know, you put him on hold,
You put him on hold, and then you go back, because if you hang up on him, he just calls back.
Right.
So you put him on hold and let him wind down a little bit, but it doesn't help.
Yeah.
He'll be calling till like 9 this morning.
Because of the attention he's getting.
Yeah, now he's on the air, so now he's going to rebut everything that you said.
Like when you
Right, because now he's going to get encouraged and think that he's going to get back on the air.
We ought to ask him to come down here. I'm dying to meet him.
I've asked him. I'll ask him again, but he never does it.
Yeah.
I'll ask him why he doesn't come down. Hold on.
Tell him to put him a limo and everything.
He's back on Germany again.
He just roams around the same territory.
All right, hold on. Hey, can I ask you a question, Ian?
Yeah.
All right. How come every time I invite you down here, you never come?
Because I will come one day, but,
You're not ready?
No, it's not the point. I don't see it as that, because I have my life. Like, you know,
his life story.
Want to hear the answer, or anyone interested in the answer?
Why don't we just offer him a free case of whatever it is he drinks?
Okay, hold on. Let me ask you something.
Yeah?
What if I offer you, like, a free case of whatever it is you drink?
Wouldn't matter to me at all.
And we pick you up in a car.
Limo.
I'll give
Wouldn't matter.
I'll kick in 100.
Yeah,
we just want to meet
pay
you. We want to see you.
Wouldn't matter nothing to me. Okay?
Are you that deformed, or are you the Elephant Man? I mean, what is it?
Yeah, you got a bag over your head?
I mean,
do I sound like an elephant man? No.
I know you don't sound like an Elephant Man, but perhaps you look like one. I mean, there's something obviously disturbing about your appearance that you won't show yourself, though.
No, you know what, Howard? What it is? Honesty. What it is that, you know, I can see through you. I really can.
Oh.
How you manage to get your points and your.
Are you saying that he doesn't want to meet you?
Hold it, wait a second. He's getting
listen,
to the point, Robin.
No, listen. Like,
you listen to me every day. Why shouldn't you want to meet me?
No,
I don't call here till 9 o'clock.
I don't listen to you every
Ian, I got to take. All right. You use the S word. You're off the air. You use the S word. You're off the air.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're sorry, but you use foul language and you're sorry.
We've told you about that word before.
Okay.
But you're so loaded and crocked that you can't get it straight.
Yesterday mentioned this thing.
Aren't you ashamed of yourself? You're a gentleman now. You're past middle age, and you still have a babyish habit of drinking irresponsibly.
Okay.
You're not embarrassed at all.
I agree.
You're not embarrassed at all. And you have children, right?
No, but when
you have a child.
You mentioned this thing about
what kind of role model are you? What kind of role model are you? I want to talk about you now. Forget about it now. You know how you critique me all day, and you call here till 9 o'clock in the morning, and we have to, and sometimes we even put you on hold, and you still talk for 5 or 6 minutes. Do you ever say to yourself, "What kind of man am I?"
Stop.
What kind of man are you?
No, listen.
What kind of man are you?
Yeah, I'm telling
How come you have to?
I am the man who understands when.
Why are you?
You mentioned.
Why are you
about the watermelon? That the part of what it was
Do you realize you listened to the whole show yesterday and formed opinions on me, and yet you're a guy who has to wake up? What is your pain?
You deny listening.
What is? Not only do you deny listening, but what is your pain that you have to drink every morning?
Pain.
What is your
pain? No pain?
Tell me the truth about yourself. Okay. Why won't you reveal yourself to me? And why are you in so much pain that you must drink alcohol every single morning instead of breakfast?
Howard, let me ask you, okay?
No, you won't. You see, again, you won't answer the question.
Okay, I will answer it. I'm answering right now. Okay?
Are your parents lepers?
Throughout my life, okay? Throughout my life. Back in Europe.
He's not going to answer the question.
When I lived there.
He'll forget
And today, I met people who, I admire, who stayed with me for 16 years, even though I offended them just as much as I offend you, okay?
What, is this a test?
It's like who could stay around Ian the longest. He puts everyone under the same test.
That's right.
Stuttering John goes through the test for 3 hours every morning. Stuttering John will put him on hold for 5 or 6 minutes and come back.
It's not about Stuttering John.
And you don't even know when you're on hold. John has put you on hold.
Computer business? You forgot about that?
What computer business?
Okay. At one point you told me
he's the president of IBM.
What?
No wonder they've had some problems.
Is any section of your floor not vomit stained? How many times a day do you throw up? What?
Never.
We will literally put him on hold.
The last time I threw up I was about 16.
And then I'll just come back and go, okay, yeah, go ahead. And then he'll be on for another 10, 15 minutes.
Right. Do you know that, Ian? Do you know that when John
You're talking to no one.
I don't want to talk to John, please.
Right. But would you rather... Listen to me. Do you realize when you call, you start talking to John, John puts you on hold, and then 10 minutes later he picks up the phone and you're still talking, and you don't even know he's not there?
But, John got ticked off at me for not buying his stupid
This is the whole thing now.
And he accused me of being a hypocrite.
It drives him nuts.
Oh, boy.
Call him a hypocrite and it'll drive him nuts.
He is a hypocrite.
I know, it drives him nuts.
But he knows he's a hypocrite.
You ought to hear John and Ian argue in the office because John tries
Howard.
to...
Go ahead, John. You take him up. I'm getting tired.
Ian, but you are a hypocrite. You realize that?
No.
Yes, you are. You're a hypocrite.
No.
You're a hypocrite because you...
Never.
It drives him insane.
John, when you grow a little bit older, when you're going to meet those guys in those record companies who are going to advise you and who are going to tell you how to deal with all, well...
So he claims he...
I
know.
He's always told me that...
One day, when you'll get a little older, you're going to meet with
No,
the
listen.
record.
Have you been through it?
No, I can see through you.
I can see through you.
I can see through you. You are such a joke. It is impossible. It is hard.
Could be.
Well,
yeah.
maybe I have a stupid accent, but I speak very well.
How nice of you.
But you are you are the one who started. No, listen.
No, you
listen.
Why don't you try like
you listen.
Plachette?
Susan, nothing. You listen. You are the one who started when you were talking about the critique from the Orlando Observer. And you forgot that when you said that there are over good friends like the Germans.
Well, who are you, like a Suzanne Plachette? Or are you like President Nixon? Or who are you? Right?
You know, when people live with me for 16 years,
yeah,
they live with me.
That's what you sound like, Ian.
They're with me,
no, listen.
and then they're not.
I only know that you are a, impressionist, that you do what you want to do.
You know, the stupid French, who I hate a lot.
Yeah.
True.
And you have, good friends, the Germans. Right?
If I were the last person...
Who you love.
If I were the last person on the planet, I could still see through you.
Tell you one thing, the Germans kicked your
you
ass.
understand the French.
If you were the last person on the planet, Ian, you'd still have too many people to talk to.
I give up on him. I tried to inform him.
He just said he doesn't want to talk to me, but he'll call me and say he only wants to talk to me.
Yeah, and what does he say to you?
No, I never said that.
His first thing was that I should leave.
I never
that was
said
his big
that.
thing. I should leave.
Oh, he's got advice for you.
And I should go on my own and all this. So then I asked him, well, then did you buy my record? Oh, I'm not going to buy your record. I'm not going to buy it until it's the second album when it doesn't have anything to do with you.
Oh.
Right. And I also asked, when was the last time that somebody like Stuttering John went out to a record store and bought a record of a band who he never heard of? Right?
When was the last time that you...
When was the last time...
Hypocrite, but Ian, I call you a hypocrite. I call you a hypocrite because you said that you want to support me, but you won't buy my album. That's the whole point.
Well, when you have the second album, not the one that...
How's he going to get a second album, Ian, if you don't buy his first album?
John, please, not at this point.
You don't want to what?
You can't take John,
to John.
No, not at this point.
He's got me. He doesn't want to talk to me.
I love John.
Well, you're going to be talking to John the whole rest of the morning when you call back because you're going to try and get back on the air all morning, aren't you?
No.
You know you are.
Absolutely.
Well, Howard, his defense is he doesn't want to get on the air. That's what
why don't you guys...
Of course he does.
Why don't you...
You're talking to your hero.
Or Jackie or anybody.
Hey, Ian the drunk.
Me.
Hey, drunk. You got your wish. You're talking to your God right now, Howard Stern, your hero, the one you sit by the radio all day.
God.
He is too. You're sitting and listening to your God because you bow to me. Bow to me, Ian. Bow now. Bow to me, drunk boy.
No.
You bow to
you bow out.
You
okay?
bow to me.
You bow wow.
I don't want you to bow out. You bow to me because I'm your hero, and you know I'm your hero.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who am I, Ian? I'm the guy who's every word you worship.
Well, listen,
every
if
nuance
I ever have my hero, I would like to know who my hero is.
I just told you who your hero is. Howard Stern.
I don't give it up easily.
Howard Stern is your hero. You listen to him 4 hours a day.
When?
Every day. Every day I'm your hero.
Who's sucking up to, Orlando? Or
sucking up to Orlando?
Like,
what are you talking about, sucking up to Orlando?
Sammy Hagar.
Oh, Sammy Hagar. Hey, let me tell you something about sucking up, what you've been doing your whole life. I love all you guys. You sit in the audience. Howard's sucking up. I haven't sucked up one bit, and that's what you can't stand.
Listen,
I haven't played by the rules, you little drunken nitwit. The only person you suck up to is the guy who makes that vodka.
Okay.
You barf breath, low, foreign piece of babbling nonsense.
But you explain to me.
Hey, barf breath. Barf breath.
Maybe you're right, but
Ian barf breath.
Okay?
That's what we call you now, Ian Barf Breath, because you're full of barf breath. Now I'm going to do the worst thing.
So right, and you
now I'm going to do the worst thing to you that has ever been done.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm going to do to you?
Yeah.
I'm going to hang up on you, and you're going to have to sit and talk to John off the air all morning. What do you think of that?
And then you're going to complain about how I called you 15 times.
No,
and you will.
You will. 15 times.
15 times.
After you hang up.
Not at this point. You know,
you mean...
I used to be a fan.
Because you refuse to talk, okay?
You refuse to talk.
I never did.
You did.
I never did.
You want to hear the truth? You refuse to talk.
What?
I said you want to hear the truth. You refused to talk.
Mm-hmm. Who are you now? You know, like Jay Leno?
Wait, let me ask you a question.
David Letterman? Or who are you?
Is this funny to you?
Are you Dr. Seuss?
Is this funny to you? I mean, go ahead if you think it's funny, but you think it's funny, you hypocrite?
I don't think it's funny.
You hypocrite? You think this is funny, you hypocrite?
You know who you are.
Next, you're going to suck up to Orlando, too, aren't you?
Yeah.
Now you're sucking up to Orlando.
Suck up to Orlando.
Sammy Hagar.
You this.
You piece of garbage. You human waste. You know,
I'll bet you on Van Halen with Sammy Hagar record.
Your pathetic life.
And then many times when you
You're
see
hypocrite.
Like
hey, Ian, I want you to sit there all day by your radio and listen to me like a good dog like you do every day.
Wait a minute, I got to ask a question.
I don't know where he gets the money to call.
Of course.
He has no money.
And then I have no life.
He's a drunk.
Right?
His own daughter won't talk to him because he bored her to death with that droning.
Yeah.
Have you
Where's
ever
your daughter?
been to AA?
Of course not.
I admit that because, you know, my own daughter got ticked at me because, you know, she skipped the school and I could not take it, okay? And I did become nasty with her for doing
Did you feed her?
what I wanted her to do.
Did you hit her?
Yeah.
You
did?
You're a hypocritic child abuser.
No way.
You're a child abuser.
Never.
Never?
Hit her with a bottle.
You want to hear the truth?
Smack him with his beer bottle.
Yeah, I want to talk to her.
You want to talk to your daughter? Hold on.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Say something.
Baby. Hello? How are you?
Not this way.
Not this way? You don't want to talk this way?
You're a child-abusing hypocrite.
When you put up, you know, who was this? Billy, somebody?
Daddy, I will buy your second album when you're not with that hypocrite Orlando.
Yeah, right.
Why did your daughter stop talking to you?
How were you nasty?
Stop talking to me.
Oh, stop talking.
I spoke to her.
Yeah, why? Because why did she? You know why she dropped out of school? I'll tell you why she dropped out of school.
Listen,
because she couldn't take being with you. She had to go out and get a job.
She was embarrassed.
I bet you she's embarrassed by you. Does she ever take you anywhere in public?
I don't care if she is or.
Of course she is. I would be embarrassed if you were my father.
This is what's beautiful about you. You don't care about anybody but Ian.
Howard, what
and
you
his
say
drinking.
that you would have been embarrassed.
Could you stop drinking? Could you stop drinking?
It has nothing to do with it.
Can you stop drinking?
But
I asked you a question. Can you stop drinking?
Yes.
Oh, you can. You want to? All right.
Totally.
I don't want you having another drink ever. Can you do it? Of course
because
not.
you told me.
No, because you can't do it. And you spoke to your daughter in 1989.
Would I have ever waited for all my life?
You spoke to your daughter in 1989.
Like Howard Stern to tell me you can or you cannot. You think I'm going to sit there and wait for you to tell me?
All right, you call me back when you stop drinking.
I'm getting drunk just talking to you.
Yeah, I'm feeling woozy.
Right, and you should.
I'm embarrassed for you, Ian.
Should.
I'm embarrassed for you. You make a fool of yourself. And I'm embarrassed for your daughter.
Listen, I couldn't be any bigger fool than saying, you know, as being a Jew, proclaiming our good French German.
You did that.
I could not be any bigger fool than
you are a nitwit beyond my wildest dreams. What a nitwit you are.
You're a dopey.
You're a dopey nitwit.
Yeah.
You don't even know what anyone is talking about. You're in what they call a schizophrenic state.
But Howard,
you confuse.
If I was honest with myself, like
oh my Lord!
Right? Like you always are, right?
Snoop Dopey Dope.
And, you
vomit-headed. Why don't you go dry out?
Friday, you're gonna.
Oh, that's the worst when I hang up on him. Now he's going to be calling you.
Because now he's in a war with you, and you refuse to talk to him because he was getting the better of you. I think that's how it goes in his brain.
Hey, when he calls back, put me through, and then I'll just like...
Hang up on him again?
Yeah. Or I'll just see how long he hangs through the commercials. We won't even talk. We'll just put him on hold.
Okay.
It might be interesting to listen to him rant to John about you.
Oh,
yeah. Hey, yeah, that's what you ought to do. Go back and pick him up and...
and then I'll transfer him in here.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to him, and then you'll see. Because he'll be nonstop.
All right, let me go take a break. Go arrange that. We'll be back right after.
You always tell me that you do want to talk to Howard.
No, but I want you to understand
with the Howard
why I didn't buy your CD.
Yeah, so now you want to talk to me instead of Howard.
Yeah.
So see, that's what I said on the air. You said that you don't want to talk to me. You said you don't want to talk to Howard.
Well, how about you understanding that the first two stanzas in that whole song were, ever, like in our songs, it was called, ever since we signed this contract, and everybody else understand, we don't want nothing but just get laid.
What? What are you talking about?
That's what we sang about. That's how it was.
That's who sang about?
Well, the kids.
What kids?
Well, one of the people...
We're listening to Stuttering John and Ian going at it back in the office. He claims...
He called back immediately.
Yeah, he claims he doesn't call here all day, but he does. This is what him and John do all day.
All right, so are you going to call me every minute now if I hang up?
I don't want to call you. I don't want to talk to you. I don't prefer you over Howard or Robin or...
So why do you always say that you want to talk to me and not Howard?
Because one thing that I have, okay? There is a difference between being a liberal and being a conservative, okay? And in my age, at 42, I realized that I am a conservative, okay? And all the opinions that Howard puts out...
How conservative can you be when you're drinking every morning? I would say you're pretty loose.
For example, how he did succumb to, Sammy Hagar, and the way which I heard, 2 days ago, when he succumbed to Orlando as a city. Like, Megan...
How come the guy in the newspaper said I didn't suck up to Orlando and I should have?
Nothing.
What is it?
I found out that he's a frustrated musician, Howard. He's
we had you on the air. We were listening.
And Howard...
He doesn't even know...
He doesn't even know you're in here now.
He has no idea.
But at some point...
Hey, you want to talk to him?
Yeah.
He comes out and says, Howard,
Ian, can I ask you a question? Are you a fan of Howard's?
What?
Are you a fan of Howard's?
No. The only time I became a fan.
What is it, Gary?
What you could call.
I want to find out this woman. I have a woman on the line, different than the other one, who swears that she's his daughter.
What's her name?
That he's been in and out of institutions for years.
Oh, really?
And,
what's her first name?
Black woman.
Well, let's just see.
Okay.
But that she was,
Hold on, I'll take care of it.
About her being a nurse, nothing. I had no idea about it.
Hey, Ian, you want to speak to your daughter?
Yeah, try it.
She's on the line.
Yeah, try it.
Okay, I'm curious. You claim to be Ian's daughter?
Yes.
Really?
Is that your daughter, Ian?
Yeah.
Hi,
maybe.
Dad.
I don't know.
Boy, you poor girl.
I know.
Jeez. How long has this been going on?
A long time. I told Gary.
Well, listen, tell me, what's your name?
Maria.
Oh, you're not my daughter.
Oh, right, Dad. Okay.
That is
thank you for trying, but bye-bye.
Come on, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Are you really his daughter?
Yes.
No way. No way. No way.
Well, does he have a different name for you when he's drunk?
Was that the name of his daughter?
No, he told me the name of his daughter.
No, my daughter's name is Lucy.
Institutions his whole life.
If she wants to try.
Let her try.
Yeah, Ian, maybe she could be your daughter.
I think Ian would know the sound of his own daughter.
Come on,
Maria.
Dad.
No way. No.
You don't know,
No,
Jackie?
he's in total denial.
No way. Can you forget it, please? Okay?
Let your daughter speak.
What?
No, he'll tell you everything else but...
How long has
I
it
had
been?
no daughter named Maria.
Right.
Never.
Mm-hmm. How old am I, Dad?
What?
You can't use the S word. Do not use the S word.
Papa doesn't realize nothing.
Okay, like bull.
Bull. Bull. Maria, now, when's the last time you spoke to your father?
Probably about 8 months ago.
Yeah. About what?
What?
About what?
We tried to talk.
What was the problem?
We tried to talk decently about your grandkids, but you didn't want to talk.
Yeah. About what?
This is impossible. I knew it.
Well, what was the problem? What was the thing that we tried to talk about?
There's no way I can talk. I just see that, and so I'm not gonna.
Right, because you lying.
I'm
total
not lying.
liar.
You're in denial. Stop calling the show. Stop bothering Howard.
What?
Stop bothering me, your daughter said.
Listen to your family.
Listen to your family.
Really,
and you're so drunk you don't even recognize your own daughter. You don't even know your own daughter's name.
She's not my daughter.
He's going to have to go back in somewhere.
She's not my daughter.
You should have your father committed.
I agree.
Have you been in mental institutions, Ian?
About 4 times.
I was member of what?
Were you ever in a mental institution? Your daughter says you were in a mental institution 4 times. Is that true?
She's not my daughter.
Well, is she telling the truth, though? I don't care if she's your daughter.
Yeah, have you been locked up?
You
ask
me
him how
that
much
question.
he drinks.
All right, I will ask you the question. Have you been in a mental institution?
Never.
You swear?
Never in my life. I was jailed for drugs.
See?
Drugs?
You were jailed for drugs.
Oh. Did they put you in an institution?
No. Oh.
How long were you jailed for?
It varied from like 4 to 7. Sometimes, 30 days before my father, my mother even said
what kind
she doesn't want to have me back.
What kind of drugs were you doing?
Have you ever heard of trihexyphenidyl?
Trihexyphenidyl?
Really? And
even Jackie's never heard of that.
He lost me.
What is trihexyphenidyl?
The drug itself, it's called Antane.
It could be vodka.
In Europe, it's called, Disipal.
Well, you're into some heavy stuff, man.
Yeah, Ian, man, no wonder you have no brain.
How can you be this loaded and still get that out?
Yeah.
He loved it.
Hey, that's what he took.
Drugs are my business.
What does that drug do to you, Ian? Is it an upper or downer?
How would the cops even identify that drug as being illegal?
This person works on computers. It's scary.
Yeah.
I
better computers than people.
Old guy saying,
What?
What?
Because I hear so many questions that I can't even answer.
Oh, we're making you dizzy.
So you don't do Diopsiol anymore?
None of them was my daughter, by the way.
Come on, Dad. Don't say that. Why can't you remember me? Come on.
Maybe you had too much Diopsiol.
What in the world is that?
That's a big lie.
What's that called?
Big lie.
None of those so-called, daughters or women ever was my daughter.
You want to know something, man? I would take Ian and replace the grease man with Ian.
Yes.
I love this guy. Am I crazy? But I could listen all day.
Get the greaseman out of there.
What?
Get the greaseman out.
No, he's wonderful.
But listen,
yeah, we hate to lose the grease man.
I don't want to rain on his parade. Yeah.
Howard, if you ever want to trust me, this woman who is pretending, somehow to know.
Well, who cares if she's pretending? She's good.
A total liar.
Really?
Total liar.
Well, how do we know you're telling the truth about that drug? Nobody's ever heard of it.
Well, hide. Like, the first time I tried that on the doctors, they didn't know what, let me repeat the name of the drug. Okay?
Go ahead.
It's called T-R-I, Hexy.
Howard, I have to get ready for work.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, and I'm sorry about your father.
Hey, good luck.
All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. Yes, try what?
Okay. Try T-R-I. The next, name is...
Next paragraph.
H-X-Y.
Try Hexy.
Right? And the last name of that drug is called P-H-E... N-Y-D-I-L.
D-I-L.
Where did you find this drug? How does one get addicted? I have to move along, but...
Listen, I didn't live, I had no life,
All right, listen, it's the third time you used the S word. I got to go.
I'm sorry.
You keep using the S word. I have
Can't
to
talk
leave.
to you.
No, but
You're not
let
a
me tell
professional.
you how,
That's why you can't get a radio
If you walk
show.
into a pharmacy and
I almost had Tom Chiusano putting you on instead of the Grease Man. You're going to be Booze Man.
No.
What did
If you want to
do?
walk into a pharmacy, you want to buy it, okay?
Listen,
If you go to, like, Greece, or
listen to
you
me.
go to, like, Egypt, okay?
Oh, yeah.
You ask for...
Trihexythanidol.
No. Disipol. It's called...
Disipol?
Listen, I've done an hour of this. I got to go. Robin, I got to go.
Well, I just got to know if it's an upper or a downer.
Yeah, what would it do? Would it relax you or would it get you jazzed up?
It makes you...
Not.
No, listen, it's not just
I
about
asked you what it
relaxing.
does to you. What does it...
makes you totally aware of everything that you ever did in your life.
I see.
And it makes you hallucinate so badly.
Yeah.
That, and it lasts for like 3 or 4 days. It's not just one day. Okay?
Can you imagine him hallucinating? I think it gives...
3 or 4 days.
And it gives you a foreign accent.
Okay?
What is it, Baba Booey?
Back after 4 days.
What?
And you
Pharmacists are calling like crazy.
What are the pharmacists saying?
Well, you know the drug that he's taking?
Yeah.
That drug is given to alleviate drugs like Thorazine, the side effects of drugs like much stronger drugs like Thorazine and all these other wacko drugs.
Like psychoactive drugs.
Yes.
So after you went on this, it pretty much went downhill from there, huh? And can you imagine?
How did you take this, Ian?
Can you imagine getting busted for this? Like a cop pulls you over and he finds trihexythanidol?
Oh, yeah, he throws you against the car when he sees you.
His eyes are spinning around his head.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine this?
Okay, are you happy now?
Oh.
Yes.
Did you hear everything that I was going to say? Or?
Okay, we heard everything even that you were going to say.
Yeah. And you take this rectally?
No.
Imagine him shooting up rectally?
Howard, honestly,
It's in a suppository form.
28 or 29.
All right, you did it.
And I am dying to take it again.
You don't need it, man. You're on your own trip. All right, Ian, look, you go call
He has
John.
a few brain cells left.
Yeah.
He wants to get rid of them.
Hey, and do me a favor, don't call me anymore today. Can you wait for
Yeah,
tomorrow?
we're kind of busy, all right? Hey, wait, your brother just came in. He wants to talk to you for a second. Hold on. Here he is.
It is not me who has the problem.
Yeah.
It is you who have the problem. I don't have any problem. I never had a problem. I was arrested once for drugs, and I was jailed for this drug. But I don't have a problem.
What do you have to say to him?
Okay. Let me tell you some, very quickly, okay? When I smoked pot, when I took heroin, when I did the LSD, when I did all those other drugs.
Oh, he did heroin too, he said.
None of them ever, really helped me. Nothing to do with,
Only trihexythanidol helped you.
What could help you?
Listen. Repeat it after me. Hexythanidol.
Xanadu.
That's the name of that drug, okay?
Xanadu.
But, the doctors call it like Artane.
But you don't know what it is like to be high.
Yeah.
I know the true high because, by the way,
and she,
lay.
All right, very good.
Right, and she was so
very good. Hey, listen to me. First of all, you didn't just leave his door. Tell the truth.
Right.
Because this guy's hallucinating. He'll come down and kill you.
Hallucinate.
All right, so he didn't do that.
He hallucinated your daughter. I told you, last time I did it, I was 28 years old. And I'm so afraid to do it again.
You woke up and you were 42?
No, not quite, but All
right, listen, I really got to go. You're fascinating. I could listen to this for 4 hours. I don't know if the rest of the audience can. I don't know.
Yeah, we have a job to do. They're paying us.
I'm not sure. I'm fascinated. I just don't know if they're fascinated.
I'll go into the office and talk to you.
I am swearing on my life that the last time I did it, I was about 24, 25.
You were 28 a few minutes ago.
No,
at that time.
At that time.
Before I became 30. Okay? And ever since, I'm afraid to take it anymore. because it's such a, I mean, it changes your life totally, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, the experiences that I had with that drug at that time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Totally changed my life. Totally turned it around. It just,
where was it going before?
Yeah.
Who's this?
Like it's gone, right?
All right, it's not back like that. Listen, I want to talk to Howard about the movie on Channel 11 last night, Clint Eastwood movie. They were showing Bush and swearing and everything.
Yeah, right.
And it was before.
And you want to talk about Roseanne Barr, maybe? Getting fat.
See, I could put now Ian and a listener are talking, and he'll go right into it with a listener.
Right into it.
He's one of those guys that can just rap to anybody.
Dropping, Tom Arnold or something. Or you want to talk about Madonna?
The guy on the phone thinks he's being screened.
Yeah.
Roseanne Barr's a fat cow.
Right? Or you want to talk about whatever you choose. Whatever you choose.
Why don't you stop calling Howard? You're an idiot. You're a lousy caller.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Ian's easy.
Hey, that guy. Let's talk to this guy.
He can handle it.
Hey, you got rid of that guy.
Send him a prize.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, nice job. You got rid of Ian. He was scared of you.
It was pretty damn annoying.
Yeah.
But he never would let us hang up. I mean, he just calls back if we hang up on him.
Hey, thanks for handling that for us. We might have to hire you just to handle Ian.
He's never hung up on his own.
I can remember Schmo. That's what he
What? Yeah, I guess you got to call him a schmo.
A drunken schmo.
A drunken
The thing that
schmo.
gets him.
Yeah, but I think it's the attitude on this guy. All right, dude.
Listen. Did anyone tell you about the Clint Eastwood movie last night?
What was the name of it?
Magnum Force or something like that.
Oh, yeah, they had everything. They showed Bush, they cursed, they do everything.
Well, now, how can they get away with that before 9 o'clock at night and you get fined for all these stupid little things?
Because it's me. And I can't do anything about it. The public could do something about it. The president could do something about it. I mean, the guy has made outrageous statements. The great Senator Al D'Amato has said to him, as Italians, we have to get Howard Stern. As good Catholics.
Yeah.
He's made outrageous, irresponsible statements. I mean, certainly the man has indicated that he needs to sit down and get off this government board. But the guy has a tremendous hostility to me. There's a tremendous jealousy. He's 81 years old. Yeah. He doesn't understand what young people are into or what contemporary standards are. And he feels if he somehow gets rid of me. He's pals with this Terry Racolta. They hang around. I guess she pays attention to him. She's a young, attractive woman and pays attention to him. I mean, I don't know. I can't explain it, but I'm under siege.
So there is retentive guys that just.
Listen. What can I tell you? I don't know if he's anal retentive or what, but he's obviously said some remarkable things that indicate that the man isn't responsible for what he's saying. That a guy who's in government office shouldn't be saying these things, and he's out to get me. I can prove it's selective. There are plenty of people doing plenty of things, as I've pointed out to the FCC. There's Donahue shows and Oprah shows and Geraldo shows and various radio shows that have used words stronger than I've used. All of my so-called imitators. But I am the one selected for punishment. You can't have it that way. No one is responding to me. President Clinton hasn't responded to me. I have asked for intervention. I have done everything I can do, and still I'm getting nowhere. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm stepping off the radio in a year and a half, and I'm done with it anyway. So he wins. I lose.
Howard to you, Howard.
It's a sea of crap, and they're trying to sink my boat.
You should never go into one of those raps right after Ian.
I sound like him, right? You do not understand about the FCC.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you on late night TV, Howard.
Because Clinton can't get to the phone with his pants down. If his pants are down, he has to crawl to the phone. I swear, Interview with the Vampire, they should cast Ian in it.
Oh.
It'd be fascinating.
Incredible. Yeah, he could have sucked my blood after a while. After 24 hours of that, I'd be ready.
Right. All right, dude, thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, man, thanks for getting rid of Ian for us. Bye.
I don't know if you want to deal with this before the holidays, but Ian's on the phone.
Yeah.
And it's just really funny because I don't even know what he's talking about, but he swears that he's, sober, and I swear I can hear him slurring his words.
Ian, I don't know if I'm in the mood for you, to be honest.
What, do you have a Christmas greeting for him?
You two guys go ahead and brown bee me any way
you're
you want.
so drunk.
Hammered.
He's hammered. You're hammered.
You're more drunk than you
Yeah, you tell me why I'm wrong.
The other day you called up and it was the first time you weren't drunk and you were not hostile and we actually had a legitimate conversation. And now here you are blasted again and you're all angry and now you're ready to be...
how do you know that I'm blasted?
Because I can tell. I know when somebody's loaded. You're loaded.
If I was loaded, I would not have been able to answer a question about what is the capital of New York State.
I didn't ask you that question.
Well, you did.
When?
Way back, like 2 years ago.
So you're still drunk from then?
Right. And I wasn't able to answer that. It was Albany.
You know what's funny? When a guy like this calls in, Jackie looks like pained because he's like, oh, I wish I was drunk with him.
Yeah, I know that. I know that level.
I know. Oh, I wish I was there.
No, but Howard, I don't mean that. But
What did you
I
drink?
really don't.
What did you drink this morning?
Listen.
What did you
I don't
drink?
want to talk about today. I want to talk about the past.
What did you drink this morning? Did you have your Prozac and orange juice?
Nothing.
Nothing?
I just came through my life the way I wanted to have it be, okay? Like, for example, like I told you before that I was twice divorced.
Right.
Big deal, okay? So to me it means like, the woman that I loved, the woman that I wanted to be with.
Miserable drunk.
I hate when a guy gets drunk and he starts, talking about his... Nothing, I was trying to understand you.
No, I want
when a guy gets drunk,
you to understand
and he starts talking about his
how
woman.
it feels when you are in charge of your own life.
Mm-hmm.
You don't depend on anybody.
So, yeah,
you don't depend on your family. You don't depend on your children. You
Poor bastard lost it.
You don't depend on anybody.
He lost everyone.
I mean...
He has no his kids don't talk
to... stay around him?
Miserable wretch.
I don't want to be rambling, like you said to me, that I'm rambling.
Rambling.
I don't want
to. He blasted.
So, if you have any questions to me, ask me.
Well, you're the one who brought it up.
No, go ahead.
That's all I have
ask
to say.
me.
All right, I'll ask him a question.
There were
have to ask him a
situations,
question.
like, for example, when this guy, Jim, no, not him. The guy who...
Jim Carrey.
No, yeah, but I don't want to continue on that.
All right.
When there was this guy who started that, Beavis and Butthead.
Mike Judge.
Mike Judge?
Yeah. Right.
It's a
and
trivia
he got
quiz.
a contract for like $2 million.
Oh, now he's upset about that.
20th Century Fox.
Oh, he's
right?
upset about it. Oh, let's hear this.
He's a better
to do
cartoon
things that he wants to do, blah, 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 blah. And you are very smart and very up to point, pointing out to, how easy it is to be in the business where anybody, like, that woman in Texas.
What's he talking about? Let's see. I'll try and figure it out. Hold on.
Or whatever her
What are
name.
you Ian, no offense. What are you talking about? I mean, you're saying that you're mad at Mike Judge?
No, I'm not mad at him.
Because he got $2 million?
I'm so happy that he did it because I love Beavis and Butthead.
Oh.
I really do.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Okay?
Okay.
But what I'm saying, that none
So what are you
of this,
trying to say about it, though?
that this creator of Beavis and Butthead all of a sudden got an offer from, 20th Century Fox, like,
You are so loaded.
No,
I've
listen.
never heard you this drunk.
No, listen.
What did you drink? Tell me and I'll listen.
You don't want to talk about that?
What did you drink?
Tell me you don't want to talk about it. I will shut up.
No, I want to talk about what you drank.
Nothing. Nothing.
You're high on something.
No, right now I am high on appreciating, like I mentioned to you, my best friend.
You have a friend?
You have a best friend?
Yes.
Who?
And
Jackie Marlowe.
well, I told you last time about, what do you...
You're going to use foul language, I have to
Yeah, when
go.
you're drunk, you curse, you know?
You're cursing because you're drunk.
No, homosexual bull. How do you say it that it passes all these,
Bull, that's fine, bull.
Okay.
The S word is...
Homosexual bull, okay?
All right, I got to go.
You tried to say that.
All right, I'm going to leave
and
now.
you told me, and you told, Robin.
Right, I got to go. I can't take it. I'm begging for mercy.
Well, how about if I shut up?
No, I got to go.
You tell me how you feel about
I sense that okay, here's how I feel about it. I sense the audience is becoming annoyed with you. It's funny for about a minute to hear it drunk, and then after a while it gets a little boring.
Then it borders on sad.
Yeah. I mean, what it is a guy droning on about nothing, no real important
opinion. But you think, listen.
No, you know what it is? You look at me and you think you're me. You think that I just drone on about topics. I say things that interest people, and then when I'm done with it, I move on to another topic. You got into all kinds of strange... No, I got to tell him.
He thinks he's making great conversation.
I know. You're a terrible conversationalist. You start talking about Mike Judge, no one knows what you mean. It sounds like you're angry at him, but then you love him, and it's boring. It's a bore. That's why your family leaves you. That's why your two wives left you. That's why your kids won't talk to you. It's boorish. It's funny.
How do you know that my family left me? I don't want to talk about that.
You told me your family left you. You told me. You admitted it to me.
Yeah, I did say that.
Yeah, so that's how I know.
Because my father is dead.
Yeah, that's because your father's dead.
My mother, who's alive, I don't want to talk to her.
Yeah, well, you don't want to talk to anybody. Just me. I'm the lucky one. I'm the only one who seems to... Because I goof on you. I think it's funny to listen to a drunk.
Listen, you make yourself to look a lot better than you are.
Well, so what? At least I'm pulling it off. You're not. Give me your mother's phone number. I'll call her. Yeah, let me get I want to...
It'll be a very nice conversation, okay? I don't think she would understand what you're saying.
I want to speak to the woman who spawned you. I want to meet that. I want to meet the mess that spawned you.
That was funny.
Right.
That was a funny thing that you said.
Right. Well, there you go. All right. So you have a good day. You'll have a good laugh, okay?
No, but listen.
No, I don't want to listen.
Go to sleep. It's time for you to go to sleep.
It's time to sleep it off.
I don't need to go.
Is your mama drunk, too? Is your mama drunk?
My mama never drank.
Yeah, well, what's your excuse?
Her whole life. My father drank
a lot. To get away from you and your mother.
No, my father drank a lot.
So you want to be like him? You must admire your father.
I would like to be like him. Because he was racing the motorcycles, and he was
right. All right,
making it.
Good. Okay, very good. That sounds very pathetic. It sounds like you aspire to be a drunk, and you aspire to turn everyone in your life off.
But Howard,
your children, your wives, everyone. No one wants any part of you.
Howard,
it's just pathetic.
Howard, if we can,
all right, thank you.
And if we can, or if you want to, have an exchange. Okay?
No, I'm telling you, it's dull. It's enough.
Listen,
you're not at your best today. I have to go. I have to leave you now. You'll have to talk to the wall.
I don't mind.
Yeah, you have to go talk to the wall.
I don't mind.
All right, you must go talk to the wall.
I don't mind it at all.
Right.
Because you think it's a wall. But in my life,
it's a friend.
I don't see any wall.
Right. You see a friend. You on the wall. You see a friend. Talk to your friend. I don't care what you call it. You want to call it? You call it a wall. You call it a friend. Call it
whatever you want to call it.
You see a blur. You see a blur.
Yeah.
You understand? Okay.
And it has nothing to do with show business.
Right.
It has nothing to do with, like, what you were talking about yesterday.
See, here he goes. Here he goes.
He never stops.
He never stops. It's nothing to do with show business. What is he talking about, show business?
You're not in show business.
Howard, you remember what you said yesterday?
I know I'm not in show business, Robin, but you don't have to bring it up.
Somebody can come into your business with no credentials.
Going back.
With nothing. With nothing.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't even know
show business.
About show business? What credentials do you have?
Didn't you say yesterday
yes.
that anybody, like, I don't want to mention the name because I want to make them to feel bad.
Who is the name?
Like, for example, Wayne with that movie,
Damon
Low
Wayans?
Down.
All right, listen, I can't interpret what you're saying. Please, Low Down Dirty Shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about him?
What about him? He's in show business. You're not. What are you commenting on show business?
I'm not saying
you are in. You are. What are you in the computer
well,
business?
when you and Robin.
When do you comment on computers?
Listen to this, okay?
Yeah.
When you.
All right. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Talk to the wall. Not me.
People come to your business.
Yes.
In show business.
Yes, I know what I said. There are people who are in show business who have no qualifications, but that's it's a stupid business. Thank you.
Exactly.
That's what I said. I don't know what you're saying.
So why do I have to repeat that?
You don't.
No one asked you to do anything. I want you to go talk to the wall. I want to go to my show.
Why don't you see it?
I don't want to see it. I have no desire to see it.
Right, you don't want to see it because...
I'll see it on video if it's any good.
So why don't you do the
I don't have to run out to a theater to see that. Why, I got to run out to a theater to go pay money to see something I don't want to see?
Howard.
What, because I'm in show business? What, are you insane?
Howard.
Now I know you're drinking.
Howard, I don't want to ask you those stupid questions.
Well, then why are you bringing them up? You asked it, and then you say it's stupid.
But when you get up your courage, okay?
Yeah.
And you ask people like somebody like that woman who was
What is this, a trivia contest? Why do I have to guess every woman and man that you think of? Who is that woman?
Yeah.
Why don't you know the name?
That woman who used to have been a girlfriend of O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, Paula Barbieri.
Tani Kitane, whatever her name was.
Tani Kitane. Why do I have to have a trivia contest?
Didn't you see her at the wedding of
the Trump wedding?
There is no hanging up on him.
Donald Trump?
Darla Trump. Listen, I got to go.
Right.
All right, thank you.
Didn't you see her there?
Yes, I saw her there.
And wasn't she, very cozy with O.J. Simpson?
All you do is repeat my life. I don't understand why I have to sit here and guess what you're talking about.
Okay, and now you're talking to your listeners about how she wants you.
Yes.
So
what are you saying?
Well, how do you feel about it?
Oh.
Do you feel
you know what's funny about you?
He was honest.
You know what's funny about you? You know what's funny about you?
No, listen.
You ramble for 10 minutes about a topic nobody cares about, and then I say, "What's your point?" And you go, "Well, do you have a point on it?"
Yeah. Okay.
You don't even have a point. You have no point of view. You're a bore.
Okay.
I don't mean to insult you, but this is you. No one ever tells you what you are. That's why.
No, you can insult me anytime you want.
Thank you. All right. Can I go now?
Go ahead and insult me.
All right. Am I allowed to leave now?
Of course you are.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Good. Whew. The guy don't let me off. He don't let me off the phone.
When he gets it's amazing because the last time we did talk to him was the only time we've talked to him sober.
Yeah.
And he was so lucid.
I'm not going to talk to a drunk for 15 minutes. All right. We have to take a break, and I apologize. Yeah, I apologize for that last call.
But maybe that's a good lesson to people who drink. That's what you like.
Every once in a while.
What?
Every once in a while, it seems like he's almost going to say something.
Yeah. He almost gets to a point, and then So what do you think? What is he? He goes like this. He says like this.
So
you know that the girl who was in the... you know that girl from... from your friend from that way. So then I'm going, okay. All right. My father's getting old, and he don't remember anybody's name either. He sits there old at the table. I have him over. Yeah, I have him over there. He goes, "Who's that?" He goes, "Who's that girl from that movie?" Come on, and he gets mad at me because I don't know the answer. It's like Mad Libs, the whole conversation. Who is that girl who you saw? Now, not only doesn't he know the name of the girl, he don't know the name of the person. He don't know the name of the wedding where I saw it. You went to that wedding, OJ's, Paula Barbieri. No.
Didn't you see her at the wedding?
Yeah. Dude, get it out. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
The Howard Stern for Governor campaign has hit the road. Next stop, Albany. It looked like a real campaign rally. Flags, buttons, and real issues.
This is a serious movement, yes. I think everything Howard says is very serious, and obviously I think it's backed by the people.
No one took his book seriously at the beginning. No one took a lot of things seriously, and he keeps, he's been around a long time, and I think he's got a good chance to win.
Today is the beginning of a new beginning. That was the first of many cliches I will be saying along the campaign route.
About 200 of Howard Stern's faithful fans gathered outside K-Rock on 58th Street for the big send-off as Stern headed for an Albany rally.
I mean, nobody believes in me except for Howard Stern, and even he's having doubts now.
The death penalty certainly is a very big issue, and if it wasn't, he wouldn't get the support he does.
As I look out at all of you, I realize one thing. It's frightening that all of you get to vote.
Stern is running for the Libertarian nomination for governor, and his fans think Governor Cuomo has something to worry about.
Right now, in Albany, Mario Cuomo is shaking in his boots. I guarantee you that. Matilda has a handkerchief and she's going like this to him.
And from the looks of this colorful crowd, Stern may end up with some votes from people who might not have voted before.
Yeah, certainly he'd be a lot of fun to have as governor.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stuttering John. Well, Stern is the front runner for the Libertarian nomination. He's picked former Rockland County legislator Stan Dworkin to be his running mate. We wonder what Robin Quivers thinks about this. She's been with him so long. We'll have more about his journey and arrival in Albany tonight on News 4 at 11.
Important doings. Important doings, Robin.
What I think of it?
Well, I think that maybe you wanted to be my running mate, I guess.
Never.
Never? Wow.
Of course. Okay?
Oh.
Like you choose Mr. Dworkin, right? Somehow.
Here's this alcoholic on the phone.
I was going to say, how did he get in?
I just was in the mood to hear him for a few minutes. I'll entertain him.
Okay. And, forgive me that I even, try to, I'm empowered to speak to somebody like you, okay?
Hey, if you have a point, feel free to make it.
Anytime.
Okay, so, this is my point, what I feel.
Your point is you're extra drunk today.
Listen, can you hear
Do you
me?
hear what I said? Your point is you're extra drunk today.
When you're sober, you probably don't even have an accent.
Yeah. I bet you that's just from drinking.
Right.
You think you so funny.
Listen, do I have the freedom to make my point?
You have the freedom.
Like you.
You have the freedom to make your point.
I understand. Let me ask you, do I have that freedom, that kind of a point of, of competing against, somebody who wants to become a governor?
What?
A cabinet.
Competing against somebody who wants to,
What do you want to tell me? Listen, I want to focus.
So smart, to empower the New York State, to, empower, to do like a death penalty. And maybe, correct some kind of like a, when you come back.
I got to get a drink. He's having too much fun.
No, listen to me.
What?
When you go to...
I don't even know what you're saying.
Listen to me.
Make a point.
I've been through it a million times.
I don't care what the point is. Just make one.
Okay. The point is that I've been through that stupid, Midtown Tunnel many more times than you have ever been, okay? You might be going through it 1 time a day, okay?
You own it, I guess.
What?
You paid for it.
So in other words, maybe you should be governor since you go through the Midtown Tunnel more than I do.
I don't want to be governor.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Maybe he's going to vote for you.
I think he's going to vote for me. You're going to vote for me?
I used the bad word last time, didn't I?
Yes.
Right?
All right, I'm going to hang up on you.
Governor.
I asked you a question. Are you going to vote for me, yes or no?
No.
Okay. All right.
So you like the traffic in the Midtown Tunnel?
Yeah, so you want the traffic to continue. Okay, thank you.
Listen, it's been there forever since I,
Yeah, but what is your point about it? We understand that. We know that it's...
every day.
Yeah, we know that, but what's your point about it? We know you know it's there, but what is your point?
There is no point.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think I can change it.
Oh, that's why you're not running.
Well, if you can't
What
change
do you
anything, if you can't change anything, you shouldn't run for governor.
Be smarter than you.
All right. Listen, thanks for the call.
Listen, it would be pretty hard to do that. You know?
Just sit
Honestly.
and watch, Ian, like you do with the rest of life.
Yeah, right. Yeah, don't worry about me. While you're sitting in your apartment drinking and sort of observing life, I'll go out.
Today.
I'm going to go out and live life.
Okay. Today I did not drink. Today I did not smoke. I did nothing.
Yeah, and
none of the bad things that you might think that
cause a person
somehow
to act
convince
So now you're bragging. You're acting stupid on your own.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Could be.
Thank you. Goodbye.
But on the other hand, okay.
Goodbye.
When I read, listen to me.
Ian.
When I read New York Newsday, okay, it's not New York Post. It's not New York Times. It's not, none of these newspapers that you read as your, like, for example, the woman, read it as some kind of it comes to you like naturally, okay? You do it every day, okay?
Okay.
And
You know what? Why don't you go settle your nerves with a nice shot of schnapps?
Give some vodka.
Why don't you have a vodka? All right. Goodbye.
Could be.
Goodbye. You're not even making sense today. You're extra drunk. Thank you.
No, come on.
You're not making
I
sense.
think I'm extra straight.
All right. Thank you for the call.
Extra straight, so that I can tell you, okay? All those things that you said. How beautiful you are, how gorgeous you are,
right.
how genetically you are so empowered, to be who you are. But, when the people ask you, to discover like everybody else does, okay, your financial situation, and you say, you'd be, jealous of me, okay, if you saw what I did, blah, 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 blah.
All right. You know what? Whatever you say is right. Thank you.
Write it down.
Write it down and mail me a letter.
Oh, yeah,
These thoughts should be in
You
print.
wait for the day when you hear,
Okay. What a loser.
Oh, I love him.
You say that you know what I say.
You are genetically so empowered.
And you say these things, but you don't know. Fred, can you do an impression of him?
You say these things that you don't know if you are, like, empowered. And, now, wait a minute, let me finish. Last time I used the word. But if you think that I'm going to vote for you in the next election, well, you have another thing.
You're making too much sense.
You're making sense. That's ridiculous.
I can follow you.
He never finishes a thought.
Yeah.
So.
I've been through the Midtown Tunnel.
I've been through the Midtown Tunnel many times.
More than you. More than you.
And
then I like when he repeats himself.
Probably.
More than you.
And to make the point again, he goes, more than you. More than you. It's been there since I am alive.
And I have
and
sit
even
there
before.
every day.
Sit there.
I sit there.
You probably go.
You think I'm going to vote?
You probably go through there one time a day or something.
One times a day.
One times a day. But you go through there.
Me, I go through there more than you.
And it's always been there. To change it is right.
I don't know if I can change it.
This is crazy. What a nitwit. Anyway, look, let me take a break, collect my thoughts.
Yes.
And
who were those people that Sue Simmons got to interview for that report?
I recognize Ratso and Melrose.
Yeah, but you think those were the only two kooks in the crowd.
Yeah. Why don't we just take a little break, and then I'll come back and tell you everything that's going on. A lot of people turned on by yesterday's broadcast. That was pretty good yesterday, and there's a whole bunch of things I got to go through with you today, so we'll start right after these words.